And hello, everybody. Welcome back to another wonderful session of Dungeons and Dargans.
Dungeons and Dargans.
Also, Tailspire.
Your job.
I have a job.
Yes.
I saw you even load it up. I was like, they're gonna pull it up. They're gonna do it. I know it.
We don't have to mention it this time.
Right.
Where we last left off, our party had just gone about and completed their adventures in the Cragmaw Castle, retrieving Gundred, as well as a mysterious changeling creature, and have managed to make their way back to the town of Anduin, where upon entering the town is where we ended last session.
And
They're way out
Grandma,
here
in
now.
essence, we're headed to Matthias.
And
Okay.
between now and last session, me and Grandma have confirmed a couple reasons and things that have happened with my character.
Y'all make me concerned.
You
Don't
should
make
be.
me crack
might
open
take
the
psychic
mason jar in the
damage
other room,
tomorrow.
please.
You might take some psychic damage tomorrow. That's all I can say.
Oh no.
Tomorrow I can handle tomorrow. Just don't make me crack open the mason jar tonight.
Okay.
I feel like psychic
I
damage
can't
is
promise.
Helly's like base mood.
I mean,
Fair.
you're not wrong, but you don't gotta call me out like that. Okay, so Essence and Margie are going to Matthias's shop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll come back to you in a moment then. That leaves Cardboard Nessa, Claire, and Bella still here.
I'm following. Me and Gundren are taking changeling guy here with me to the to wherever Gundren needs to take this person.
To the jail.
Okay,
Lead the way, boss.
I've not spawned him in, so give me a moment to spawn this man in.
Unless things are drastically different, I assume Bella is with Slayer.
Probably.
That's
You can
what
come
I'm
with
saying.
us to Matthias.
You could go with them to Matthias.
If
Just
you
need to
start
make sure you
following
go
them,
with
I'm
us.
gonna shoot you a look. I hope you know.
At this point, I think I'm not allowed near Matthias without Slayer there.
Well, this time Grandma knows that Slayer isn't there to pick you up, so she would make
Yeah.
sure you got back.
She'd pick you up with
Does
her tail.
Slayer care about that when making
No.
his rules?
No, it's gonna be Slayer. Slayer's just going to make the note and show up at a specific time and a specific place. And if you are not there, he is going to wait until you are.
Like I said, Bella will just follow Slayer because Slayer is apparently in charge.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Slayer will definitely snap Matthias's fingers
No,
if
no,
he
no.
does it if he gets too out of hand.
On
And
the
I
way
think
back-
Matthias knows that.
On the way back, Goblin Slayer and Belle had a conversation about it and was just like, "You're staying with me.
You're
we go
staying
into
with me."
Matthias's together. We leave together."
Don't leave the donkey behind.
I'll grab Donkey here in a second.
Nobody left behind. Ohana means family.
There was 2 different movie references there.
If I could during the travel, would I have had some downtime where I could have hung out with my lizard a little bit? Because I think I need to pet my lizard.
I mean, you guys had a day and a half of travel.
Okay, I'll make one check then. That's ooh. Animal handling, right?
Yeah.
So 6 plus 3, 9.
I mean, you got some pets. But
He definitely did not listen to me though.
no.
Okay.
I would just assume that Essence goes and as they're like settling down for camp, just every time she just grabs pebbles and like different rocks and just hands it to him.
Sorry, I've got a menace being a menace under my desk.
He is not a menace. He just wants attention and love, just like the rest of us.
I don't want
Hey.
either of those things.
He
Not
was
What?
starting to
negate
tear into his new
the-
bed a little bit.
Mm.
So that's how he was being a menace.
None of those things negate him being a menace.
He is
I
a menace.
mean,
We still love him.
he's a Jedi dog.
That's why
He's
I
a
love
menace.
He's a menace. That's why I like him.
I would
Okay.
redeem treats, but somebody removed the treat redemption off of their stream.
Sure
Because
did.
somebody was making the dog fat.
It wasn't me.
It's probably a good idea not to keep that up because
People will abuse it.
It should be
Yeah.
something that's 1,000,000 points.
it's like
Or only
it's like
one
the reason
redeemed
why
per stream.
Joey disabled the drink water on
When
his
I-
stream.
Oh, I love
be
that one. I
fair,
like it when
when I
people make me
did-
drown.
When I did have it, I did have a hard stream cap on it.
That's true.
Because at times I am smart.
Sometimes.
Are you?
What is
I'm not.
smarts? What is this thing you speak of?
Smart sounds like something someone else is. Also, where am I? Oh, there we are.
Trying to get y'all inside of this building, and the building geometry was not playing nice.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Stockades.
Welcome to what I'm calling the brig.
Dun,
Cool.
dun,
Probably a full stream,
dun.
So, Ellie, what kind of stockade? So this is a straight up guillotine, right?
That is a guillotine. There is also
Okay.
supposed to be cells in here, but Tailspire did not add cells.
Okay, so there's cells. Are there manacles in the cells?
Kinky.
Yes.
Okay. Do I have any of the keys to any of these manacles, Ellie?
No, but you could stop next door to the town hall and get the town master, and he could probably
I'll send
get you some
Gundren.
access.
I think Gundren should do it because he's the boss here, and him and Sildar can go explain what happened, and then the boss can give us keys. I'm just gonna sit her down on the guillotine, like just sit her right there on that, like at like a seat, like a patient on a doctor's table. Her feet can't even touch the floor really, and I'm just gonna sit her there, still tied up, and just like check the ball gag, make sure it's good, make sure all the ties are nice and tight. I don't want her causing a ruckus here.
All right. After about a minute or two, Gundred and the door's fighting me again because this door is very much a door.
It's being very door-like.
And
Well,
apparently,
you got one of them.
all right. They're both in here now in this very cramped cell, this very cramped prison.
That's fine with me.
All right.
As I see Bella in here, I'm like, Bella, you might want to wait outside.
And Bella is gonna go wait outside.
Thank you, Bella.
All right.
And it's just me and these fellas. Okay.
Which I need to remember what this man's name is because he's not ever important enough for me to remember. Harbin. That's what his name was.
Is that the
Harbin.
drow?
This one here is supposed to be the drow. It was the closest changeling one I could find.
Okay.
Speaking that changelings can become literally anything, it's like, yeah, it's it's funny looking enough.
That works.
All right. Howard's
I'm
gonna
a
come
little bit as a changeling, I'm a bit offended, but okay.
Wait, you're not a changeling, you're a human.
I'm a changeling. What are you talking about?
No,
Have you
Matthias
ever
is a
seen my
changeling.
real face? Have you ever seen my
Matthias
real
can
face,
be
Ellie?
offended once we show him the eyeball.
That's fair.
All right. So the Harbin's gonna walk in and say, here you guys are needing a cell for something.
I just look over at him, look at the changeling, look at him, and be like, "This one changes shape. Watch him."
All right, he's gonna walk over to just one of the empty cells, which, mind you, there are plenty of them here.
Oh yeah.
There's like 10 cells in here, and only like one of them is used.
Does it still have the goblin we had? We
That
brought
it
in?
is used by the goblin.
Hey. Does it still have the mustache?
No, because it's been like
Oh.
3 weeks.
But that would be funny. No, I'm joking.
All right, he opens the cell and steps to the side for you.
I'm gonna take the changeling, and I'm going to walk into the cell, and I am going to manhandle them into the manacles.
Okay.
Like full on, like wrenching, like just very strong, not giving them a single chance to get out. This is full grip, full like I am keeping you
Roll
locked down.
athletics, and they're going to attempt dexterity.
I will break them. Okay.
Well, what'd you roll?
Well, that's a 16 plus 7.
Okay, I need to
So,
quickly double check what
20.
theirs are because they also rolled rather good.
Ooh, slippery motherfucker! I will break his
So
arms.
you had a total of 23.
Yep.
So you're gonna hit. They had a nat 20
Nope.
plus 4.
You fucker.
They fucking wormed their way out, and just are trying to hop out of this fucking room.
As soon as they do that, I'm like, Bella! And I am going to spin around, and if I can get to them, I am going to hit them as hard as I can. Not to,
Well-
like, this is going to be, like, full metal plate fist just to knock
Well,
them
I
the fuck
suppose the
out.
question is, how were their hands the only thing that you restrained?
No, their legs are restrained, too.
Okay, so they're hopping.
I don't. I
boing,
mean,
boing.
technically, their speed would be 0 because they're still technically restrained, but they
Yeah, but-
just
but-
managed to get their arms.
It was a
free.
nat 20 though.
Yeah,
With a
it was
nat 20, yeah,
20.
bouncing across the floor.
Their legs, their arms and legs are tied independently, and they're just jumping.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
an
just
old
gonna.
cartoon.
I'm gonna just full on deck her in the back of the head, put her right on the fucking ground.
Hey, to roll the hit. Yeah, they're hopping at half speed, like something out of an old cartoon.
That's not very good. It's gonna. Their armor's 10 plus their dexterity, I guess, which I could probably hit with an 11. No, probably not.
Well,
I'm gonna take my second attack.
You weren't just told what their dex was.
Yeah, no. I swing, miss. I'm gonna swing again with my shield this time,
All right.
and this one is going to hurt.
I mean, it's an offhand attack, so no benefits.
No, it's my second attack.
Okay, then you're just using your second
This is
attack.
I'm using my shield with my second attack.
Okay.
I'm not. This is just me hitting them with it.
Can't wait for you to miss
Okay. 7 plus 14.
It meets it, beats it.
Fucking fine. I mean that's 4 plus 1. So well, did we consider shields are a D4 because they're an improvised weapon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me roll that D4.
And no, the doppelganger also got the same long rest as you guys.
I don't care. I'm hitting them and putting them on the ground. That's 4 on the dice. So 4 plus 4, I'm doing 8 damage right to the back of their skull.
Okay. I mean,
Hitting them.
let me roll a dexterity saving throw to see if they topple over. Because I mean, they're still bound, but they still have movement.
Look, if they manage to stay up, this is gonna be funny.
You know what? I was setting it as a DC 15. They got a 13, so they are on the ground.
And I threw him on the ground.
And I am on top of her now. I'm just gonna grapple her, full grapple. Sit on top of her and start grappling her. That's a Okay, 17. If we're doing athletics, yeah, 17.
They get a chance to attempt to escape grapple again.
Yeah.
Nope. They foobarred that one.
Okay, I have them in my grips again, and I am just going to lift them up and look over at Nessa in the corner and be like, "Can you help, please? Can she use
Isn't
the
that
help
just a
action?
cardboard?
Can the cardboard use the help action on me so I have some advantage here?"
We'll let the cardboard help. I mean, you also
Okay.
have Gundred and Hildar here.
Will one of you please help me with this?
Hey, Gundred's
She
gonna go
is
out and grab her.
slippery as fuck.
Gundred's gonna grab the knot between the changeling's ankles and just lift and help you out here.
That'll work. I'm going to drag her into the cell and lock her into those cuffs as tight as the cuffs will go. I don't care if I hear some twisting or popping of joints.
Okay,
This
the
one is
changeling
slippery as hell.
the changeling is locked in the cell.
And as I'm just standing here, just staring at her, just. I'm not going to kill you this time. But you got close again. And I'm going to walk out the door.
Really trying.
As I walk out the door, I'm just gonna look at the mayor and be like, "She's your problem now, and she is slipperier than a bag of frogs."
Understood.
And also, if you need an executioner, I volunteer as right now. This is my volunteer. And then I'm gonna walk out, kind of just like look at Gundren and just nod at him, and then I just fucking hate that building so much.
It's a real bad building.
Just destroy the roof of that building. Save us all.
You know, that's something I can do quick.
I keep trying to lock it, and it won't lock at that level. Let's see if it'll lock this time.
Maybe this time it will lock.
There you go. That building got a
There we
nice,
go.
new, beautiful sunroof.
It has a beautiful sunroof.
Daylight executions, don't you know? It's on the rage nowadays.
It's all the rage nowadays. I love the idea that someone literally like two guys like carry that out to the town square when they do executions. Because that's totally the kind of thing that they would do in this kind of nebulous
All right.
D&D.
On the count
world.
of 3, remember, lift with your back. 1, 2.
Not your back, your knees.
That's the old lady in the corner going, "Not your back, your knees, your knees."
See, no, dwarves lift with their back. Come on.
Dwarven backs are their knees.
Fair enough.
Dwarven backs are
Fair
made out of just several times folded steel.
Do dwarves have knees?
Dwarves do have knees. They're just they have very small legs, but they have knees. They are still technically humanoid. In other words, they follow the standard design of a human, like 2
Anatomy.
arms, 2 legs. Yeah. But the thing with dwarves is that their spines are like twice as thick as a human spine.
Thick
And
boys.
their bones are dense as hell. Dwarves are built for cave-ins, and they sure as hell look like it.
No, they
So,
just
yeah.
all wear really strong back braces.
That's what the big
it's called
belts
their
are
rib
for.
cage.
That's
I'm just imagining these dwarves just like full on like what you see like my grandma would be wearing to help give her back support. Trying to lift things.
That's what those big power lift belts are for.
Exactly.
That's what why all the dwarves wear those belts with the huge fucking buckles and the giant like straps that like lock their entire stomach into like full power zone mode. It's great. Dwarves are units, and they live like units.
Yes. All right. So, with that, we will jump over to Grandma and Essence over at the potion shop.
So we'll walk in and I'll knock and then open the door. Matthias, are you home? And kind of look in.
What time of day is it right now, Hallie?
I'd say it's
Are we
midday.
talking like? So we're talking like noon.
Between noon and 2.
Okay, you guys do not see Matthias in here.
Is he taking a nap?
Matthias. And Grandma's gonna look around everything. He's not here. Well, why is he not here?
The shop is closed.
Could he be
The
out?
The door is not locked, but the shop is closed
Ah,
because
okay, I
who's
was
gonna
about
fix
to say.
Matthias?
I mean, like, Grandma would be able to get in.
Not that it
anyway.
matters if it's locked.
Well, Grandma's gonna look around for her bow, replace his, and so she has her broken bow, places his down.
Hallie, how many days has it been
Total, it's been about 3.
since they left?
Actually, yeah, because it took a day and a half to get there. You spend a few hours, then a day and a half back.
Okay.
So she takes her broken bow and looks around. Well, he's not here. Don't really want to leave the eyeball for him yet. Kind of want to surprise him with that because I think it'd be fun.
He might be out going and looking for mushrooms and stuff.
Maybe.
Or
Well,
maybe at the tavern/inn.
maybe. Do you want to hang out here till he gets back, or do you want to go back to?
Well, how are you feeling? Are you a bit hungry?
I mean, I always can eat, honey. You've seen me pack down a plate. Are you hungry?
Yeah, let's go ahead and head to the inn. See about like maybe meeting everyone up there.
All right. Grandma walks out the door.
All right. At this point, I'm gonna go on a limb and say everybody is in the inn.
Oh, real fast
right.
though, Grandma would have gone and dropped Essence off at the inn, and then gone to see about getting her bow fixed real quick.
Okay, so we'll get you on the path over to ye old
Yonder.
blacksmith, whose hut is this one. So we'll come back to you on that one here in a minute then. Okay. So at this point, I think with Nessa, Slayer, and Bella, Gundren has the 3 of you guys around a table talking about the map that he found.
Yeah. And I am going to as Goblin Slayer, I do have that 20 silver, that 200 silver, right?
Yes, Grandma gave it back to you.
Okay, then I am going to buy another bottle of that alcohol.
Okay.
How much gold was that?
I gotta look through messages to refine that. Because that was a few weeks ago. Still looking.
I thought you had mentioned pinning it somewhere.
I thought I did, but it wasn't there, but I found it, so now I'm gonna pin it.
By the way, Grandma and Essence, when you walk in and we are at a table, Matthias is sitting at the same table, just wearing some simple clothes.
Grandma would
Just
not have seen it.
simple
Grandma would have
grays,
been.
light grays.
Grandma
Your
literally
Cactus
just was like,
Jack is
"Go in and
1
get food."
gold per shot.
And a bottle is
I think 16.
determine 16 shots, so 16 gold.
Yep.
Cool. That's 160 silver.
Yes. All right.
Essence would have came up and said Grandma's going to go get her bow fixed. So what you guys talking about?
Well,
the
they're
bow
little
is-
less.
The bow
What?
is was hanging up on the mantelpiece, completely fixed, by the way. Matthias fixed your bow for you.
Okay, then I guess Grandma is in the inn.
It would have taken you a bit to find it because it was sitting in a weird spot, but yeah.
Well, that happened earlier, and then Essence and I walked back,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and then because nothing was said, Grandma said that she dropped her off and then went off to the blacksmith.
Everybody's back at the inn.
Everyone's at the inn. Grandma, you and Essence see Matthias is sitting at the table with the rest of them.
Hey, I told you he was eating.
Oh, man, that's fair.
He's got a bowl of what looks to be mashed potatoes with meat, with a bunch of meat on top and gravy on top of that, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's the venison you guys brought in last week. Yeah, a couple days ago."
Alrighty. So, 2 things. Do you want the cool thing that we have brought you to add to your collection? Or do you want to talk about what this one did and how you are responsible for it? Which would you like to go about? And Grandma's like smiling.
I do not like these questions. I'll go back. I would like to hear what Guntharin is talking about first. And he kind of like just turns and is now actively avoiding eye contact.
He's like,
Smart
I didn't
move.
do nothing.
All right. And Gundren's got his map laid on the table that shows the mountain range to the south of Phanduin, as well as a path that leads to what looks to just be a hand-drawn mountain symbol with an X under it, kind of signifying there's something here.
That's classic treasure map. Boss,
Classic
I think
treasure
you
map.
found. Did you get this off a pirate?
No, I made this.
as Goblin Slayer's giving him shit for his map.
I made this, you
Well,
cheeky fuck.
Look, it looks like it's a great pirate map. I did not know you were a sailor.
That's what I was before I was a miner. More consistent
Okay,
work that way.
actually, that explains it. That explains it. Never mind. I'm not going to give you any more shit because that's actually a great map. And he's just he's just like nodding at him. This is the first time he's ever said anything nice to Gundren, by the way. He's been an asshole to him the whole time. That's what he usually likes.
Think you're hitting that drink a little too hard. You're showing your soft side.
I haven't started yet. She wears off on you as I point to Bella. And I'm going to pour a shot for me. I'm going to pour a shot for Gundren. And I'm going to pour a shot for Grandma. And a shot for Matthias. And a shot for...
Just a shot for
So
everybody.
well, how much
Except the child.
Not the child or the other child.
It's okay, Bella. I'm with you on this one.
If
So-
Bella decided to pour herself a drink, he would not stop her because that would be a very valuable lesson.
Let's see. We've got Essence.
Bella
or not
has
Essence, we have-
no interest.
We have Nessa.
Bella has no interest in alcohol. She is a healer and is
That's why
fully
he
aware of what
likes
it
her.
does.
That's why he likes her. She doesn't drink.
All right, you're pouring 5 shots.
Okay, and I have already finished off my previous bottle. So that's 16 minus 5, that's 11.
Yep.
Oh, which reminds me, as he's pouring, I was like, oh, that reminds me. And he reaches into his pack and holds up a bottle. Who wants the empty bottle?
I do. And Grandma grabs it and like does like that like creepy like loot goblin grin that those friends make, and then puts it in her bag and smiles.
It's one
Thank
of those
you.
bottles that like it has a whole bunch of wax still stuck to the bottle and like a painted on logo and stuff, but I like to imagine it's just a cactus with a spigot out of it.
That's what I was thinking. Or
Into a
like
shot
where it's like
glass.
textured vines or like
Yeah, or
spikes like
some
a cactus.
spiky
Yeah.
vines. Like it's the whole outer glass is like kind of the indent, and it's just painted to look like a cactus. I like that one.
By the way, Grandma got a 16 on taking that shot.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
gonna roll. I'm gonna roll my shot. Oh, 16 plus. He's Goblin Slayer. He usually is pretty good. Plus 4, so 20 dirty. Real nasty 20.
You guys are fine. Well, depending on how many shots y'all take here, we'll have a daily roll when she gets in.
I love the idea of her just having to, as soon as she gets here, roll like 6 shots.
I need you to roll
Lord.
3 consecutive Constitution saving throws. Well, 4.
Yeah.
You did what you do best in drink.
Drink. Cool. Gosh. Next time I'm gonna play a character who is an alcoholic until he reaches the Diamond Soul and can no longer feel alcohol. Becomes immune to poison, no longer feels alcohol. I can't wait for that character. That'll be fun.
Okay. So, Gundren goes, looking like if we take this path here, we'll go about and take us about days travel to get out there. And we should be able to get to the entrance mine by daybreak if we leave soon enough.
Okay, hold up. Do we have any backup? Because there's already going to be a problem there. Even if there weren't goblins already chasing it involved, that place is going to be hard to crack. There's going to be there's got to be at least an owl bear in there, right? It's a big cave with water in it, right?
Yeah.
There's got to be wildlife, and if they already beat us there, because although they didn't see the map, so I don't know if they would beat us there. Roll probably sent a bunch of goblins, though.
I mean, you also got us two, and Grandma motions to herself in essence, and we can just like sneak in there and then give you a heads up of what's there, so it's less of a
That would help.
chance, or we would have more of an advantage.
That's true.
Well,
And
I
at
sent one
least
of-
then we would know if it's wildlife or goblins, because we'd have to approach each differently.
Well, I sent my brother there a few weeks ago before I got captured, but I ain't heard hide nor hair of them.
They got
Well,
your
you were
brother
also
too.
kidnapped, so
Okay, that means there's already going to be goblins there.
Was you sending him for you to get rid of him, or do you like this brother? That is going to depend on our plan. Or
His
how our
brother's
plan
great.
goes.
He's a right asshole, but he's great. You love your brother, right?
Okay,
Hey, of course I love my brother. He may be an asshole, but all dwarfs are.
That's why I like
just
him.
had to double check because I have had where a couple of my students may have sent their sibling into something and didn't want to get them out. So I just wanted to be prepared.
Well, that just sounds like bad parenting.
Hey, you know what? They ain't my kids.
Hey,
So-
I
hey,
didn't
for
say
once
it.
you're not mentioning it about me.
You don't have any siblings, honey. Not that I know
Exactly.
of.
Oh no! I
She
don't wanna
made
have
sure of that one.
conversation.
No, her parents died. That's not Grant's fault.
We sent my brother in deep into the forest once, and we didn't really expect him to come back.
Goblin
But
Slayer
he
just
did.
slowly turns to Bella and like looks at her for a minute, and is just like, and you said he did come back.
Well, yeah. So he was exiled for.
Okay, that was.
Honestly, I don't really know what he did.
I'm gonna be
He was-
honest. It sounded like a bunch of kids stood at the edge of a forest and sent one of them in, and he didn't come back.
I felt like that was about to be another shot moment.
I don't really know what he did. I must have been. I think I was still a baby. I was only 10.
Oh,
He was 53 at the time. So no one's ever actually told me what he did. But when you in my village, if you're exiled, you have to lived deep in the forest for 50
Oh.
years.
Like a kind of like a
Or 10 years.
retreat.
Well,
Like go in the
Rehabilitation.
forest.
She did
and
use the word exile.
Okay,
the
so it
goddess
is
will
pretty rough.
decide if you are worthy to come back.
Oh,
Was he worthy to come back and stay? I need the tea.
He
Did
came
that-
back.
It hasn't been 50 years.
Well, she
Well-
said that he came back.
Yeah, he came back after 8 years. But he still wasn't supposed to. So they sent him back out again.
oh.
What, was
Um,
this the
Honestly, that's
one
pretty
that,
cool.
They the first time he came back after 8 years because the first time he didn't go out far enough. And he just kind of stayed at the edges of our safe territory, which is not how that's supposed to work.
is this the same one that you wanted to touch the dragon's scale for?
No, this
Okay.
is my eldest brother. The one I wanted to touch the dragon scale for, that's one of my other elder brothers. I have 5 brothers.
Goblin Slayer takes another shot.
I'm the youngest. There's
God damn my
30 years
constitution.
between me
Would you
and
relax?
my
Dirty
youngest
20
brother.
again.
Hey, you're
I
still
hope I
good.
would have. I wish I had failed that one.
I mean, you can
Um,
willingly fail.
I'm not gonna willingly fail. If the dice let me fail, they let me fail. Sorry. Continue.
But it's my youngest elder brother who wanted to touch the dragon. He's 38. He's 30 years older than me.
Oh, not that
I
one.
feel like
Not-
we need to have a conversation about your family.
Goblin Slayer takes another shot.
We can get into that later.
Okay,
Well,
that puts you
but
down
I
to
I do want
9.
that tea.
I have not felt any of these.
My brother was so mad when I left because he's in his 30s and still has to be at home. He hasn't finished his apprenticeship yet. He's only on like
There it is.
year 20 of his apprenticeship, and I'm already out of the home and have my own home. And I only spent, 16 years in apprenticeship.
Okay. Did I roll? Do you need me to roll again? Do I need to take another shot?
I mean,
I think
how many
I did
shots
the
have you
math wrong.
taken?
I've taken 2 and passed both of them, so I'm taking a third shot.
Well, you've taken 2 more in addition to the round of everybody.
No, I passed the first one, so this is the second one after the round with everybody. So I'm
Okay, so-
removing it from my Cactus Jack bottle. Sorry, that's what I was doing, and then I got mixed up with it because my head is hurting right now.
Okay, so this is your shot number 3.
Shot number 3. That's better. 6 plus 7. 6 plus 4. 10. I got a 10. There we go.
So you failed that one by more than 5.
Ooh, goody.
So you are now at the failures of 2. So you are buzzed.
Oh, there we go. As Goblin Slayer just like sinks into his chair and goes, "Ah, there it is."
Grandma's gonna look over at him, look at the bottle, and kind of like, did you not have a good relationship with your siblings? Or like, what's going on here? Because you normally don't act like this.
He usually drinks when I tell stories of home.
Yeah, but not about your siblings. Like when you talk about your parents, yeah, that makes sense. Just talking about your brothers does not.
It was a weird. I got along mostly with my brothers. It's really hard though because I wasn't supposed to be born. So most of my brothers are within the same age group, but I'm so much younger and was a direct blessing from the goddess, which can
Goblin
add
Slayer's
a lot
taking
of,
another shot.
which
Okay.
adds some difficulty in the family because of the blessing, I was kind of segregated from the village.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a lot more knowledge than I should have at a lot younger of an age.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
But I love my brothers dearly. I wish I had met my eldest brother, but maybe he'll learn and the goddess will bless him too.
maybe. But I suggest, because of that one, Grandma's going to point over with her tail and then tap him on the shoulder. But we may need to move along this conversation.
Did I fail this one too, Helly?
With a 19 on round 4, you did pass.
Why does Slayer always drink when I talk about home?
He just puts the bottle down, looks at the
Parrots?
alcohol, just looks at it and says, "You failed me." Okay, look, I'll just tell you. When I was, well, I was about 11, so I was about your age. As I look at Bella, I had 3 older brothers. And we had this little farm on the outside of a village. It was just a tiny little farming village. There was only about 6 farmers here and there, and we had a store in the downtown. I had 3 brothers, and I had a mother, and I had a father. And now I don't. Because I couldn't save any of them. All I could do was save myself. And a tribe of goblins came through. I'm the only one who made it out.
How old were you?
About your age, 11-ish, 12, I think. I don't really...
That's a lot.
Yeah. I don't really remember much of the few weeks later. What I do remember is when I came back to, when I made it to the next village. It was a larger village. There was a healer there. And I was covered in blood. I don't
You put
remember
a-
much other
you
than
put a lot
staggering out
of-
of the forest. And
You put a lot of responsibility on an 11-year-old.
Essence is going to go get the capybara and give it to Goblin Slayer to pet.
You know, it's
Goblin
okay.
Slayer does
Emotional
not like that
support,
thing.
Emotional
Goblin Slayer
support
does not like
capybara.
that.
Because I know Goblin Slayer doesn't like hugs either, so it's the closest thing she can do to try to.
Also, Daly, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Goblin Slayer just kind of looks down at the dumb, soft animal sitting there in his lap and just sighs and starts petting its head.
He do be a good boy, don't he? Mm-hmm.
Essence's eyes go wide and just have like little tears in the sun, like in the corners, and she's like, "This is depressing as shit, people."
This is why I don't talk about it. And I'm gonna take another shot.
Okay. Roll.
I got a 17, by the way, on my
Okay.
my
You did
Constitution
not,
saving throw.
you did not fail your drinking.
I have downed 10 shots, Ellie. Not 10. No, I've downed
This is round
This is the-
5.
5th shot. God
Yep.
damn, so many shots.
Roll
Right.
con.
So-
Yes.
Damn it.
Anyway,
What'd you get?
I'm sorry I'm late, guys.
Got an 18 plus 7. No, 8 plus 4. 18
I got
plus
out
4,
late out of
22.
work.
So that
Plus, I got
passes.
stuck on
You
the
can
freeway.
get it. If you wish, you can elect to fail it.
No, I like it better if the dice do it because then I can play according to. As Goblin Slayer takes another shot, puts it down. and waits for a second and then goes, grabs the bottle and looks for the alcohol level on it.
The proof.
Confirms that it's like 90
Very
proof. And
strong.
like, no, it wouldn't be even 90. It's like 120. It's that good. That stuff you could light with a match. He just
Very
looks at it. He's
strong.
like, and he
Alright,
puts the
time for
bottle
another
back
one.
down.
Bella's
He
gonna
just puts
head
the
over.
bottle down and just leans forward and like puts his leaves his helmet on and just like starts rubbing the temples of his helmet.
Bella's gonna head over to Goblin Slayer and give him a hug. I know you're not big on hugs, but you need one right now. You can always be my brother. Mine don't like me very much, and I like you.
I
You
don't
can
have
be my
any
uncle.
siblings.
He just gives her a hug and like holds her for a couple of seconds, and he's definitely crying. Even through the faceplate, you can see like just
You
like
can
it is
feel
like
it.
dripping. You can feel it.
Oh goodness.
Essence
She's
is
just gonna stay and
gonna-
cuddle with him. Remember,
Essence
it's
is just gonna
okay
stay
to
and
allow a
cuddle.
child to be a child. I know I'm not a great representation of that. I haven't been a child in a while.
Yeah.
But you're a child. Just kidding.
Yes, honey, she is a child. But why do you
Joke,
think I let
man.
this one make dumb mistakes within safe boundaries? Because she's in a safe environment to do so.
Except for that one time with Matthias.
No, it was a dumb
No, that
mistake.
was on
that-
me.
And that
do
Goblin
that.
Slayer Goblin Slayer just like looks up and goes and just turns and looks his head at Matthias. And then just kind of just shakes his head and like picks up Bella and like sits her on his lap as he like pulls out some, like he's gonna pull out some leather and start working on leather on the table, waiting like
But
just
he's like gonna
thinking stuff
protect
through.
Bella.
But Bella is
Bella's
on
gonna-
his lap.
Bella's 100% okay with this. She's just gonna give cuddles because that's what is needed.
He's gonna start teaching you how to braid a whip.
She has been officially adopted.
I can forge the papers.
Honestly, I've adopted you all as my siblings. Mostly because I'm an only child.
Bran is your sibling.
Brandon's
Very
Brand.
older sibling.
Nan is Nan. Nan is Nan. The rest of them are all her siblings.
At this point,
Even
Grandma
though
goes,
she has grandparents. I don't know if I've notated whether they're alive or not.
Grandma will look over and go, so they need a minute. Hey, Matthias.
Matthias has been trying to sneak out of this room for the last 20 minutes and has
Do you
kept
want to
getting
give him a
like,
stealth check?
can I please?
Give him a stealth check.
I really hope it
You
goes
with
poorly.
disadvantage. Grandma would have kept looking at him like, we're having
Well,
this
I'm actually
conversation."
going to give him advantage because of the commotion Goblin Slayer was making.
You know, that's fair.
He was, though he did not intend to be so, he was
Helly,
kind of paying attention.
I am also making a perception check as Goblin Slayer, even though I know he's not going to win. So I'm going to start with Matthias's. Oh. Oh, that's beautiful. That is a 16. So
Is that with
23.
advantage?
No, not with advantage. Let's go with advantage. Let's see what this do.
Yeah, I was telling you, give him advantage because Goblin
That's
Slayer
an
was
18. That's
Alright,
an 18.
that's a
So
25.
18 plus 25. And then Goblin Slayer's going to try and beat a 25. He can't, I don't think.
Can Grandma roll too?
That's a
Hey,
7. There's no way
You
he saw
can roll
this.
perception.
Nope, not off the desk, please. That would be a 21.
Matthias is
You
gone.
look over and say,
Could-
so, Matthias, and he is not there.
Could
Cue the
Essence have-
cartoonish effect of seeing Matthias and just blinking in and out of existence.
You see Matthias, like, you see him, like, doing, like, very quickly, like, it smash cuts to where Matthias is, and he is very quickly, very silently running along the, like, running up the street towards his place to pack up and get the fuck out of Dodge.
Grandma's made it clear she's not mad at him.
He's worried. He's
Essence
getting his
is
go
just
bag
gonna
ready
look at
just in
Grandma
case.
and be like, "Shall we go?
Yes.
We gotta
It's
get on
been-
the
Mad at him. Was my smile, and as we're walking out, Grandma's going, was my smile like I'm mad at you, or more like haha funny joke? That's what I was going for.
I've seen both as the exact same thing, so does that answer the question?
I love the idea of
So
neither
my
of them
laugh
can
was both scary and haha joke. Okay.
You
You
use
gotta
the same
warn me on
expression
that.
for both.
You gotta let me know so I can like lean into one or the other, depending on.
because it's
And this
so
is the
funny
conversation
to-
they're having as they're walking out.
Oh my gosh, Matthias is scared out of his fucking mind right now.
You know what? Don't worry, Matthias. I got you. Poof. Smoke bomb.
Okay, Helly question: how much time did Matthias have to get back to the house? Because it was he left as soon as Grandma took her eyes off of him for a moment. He was gone.
Oh no.
I'd say
He
he's
is
got about
slippery as hell.
he got a 4-minute head start.
I'll take it. Full dash action the entire time. Bonus action dash as well. Like I get
Just-
all the way there in 6 seconds flat. I'm gonna pack my shit. I don't know if I can get my shit packed in 4 minutes, but I'm taking only the essentials just in case.
Gotta get that go bag.
You know what it is? I'm just gonna grab my adventuring pack
Yeah.
and put everything that I need in my adventuring pack that I usually had and just get ready to go. How long do you think
With-
that would take me, Helly?
That's,
I'll do a check for it if you want.
I'm gonna just roll a d6 and see how long it takes.
Hit me.
That would
Maybe
dice
one
roll
more
the
time.
3, so it takes you 3 minutes to pack up.
Oh, okay, I am packed, and then I just like put it like right next to the door where I can snatch it and run, and I'm just gonna wait on a chair, waiting for the door to be knocked on, just in case.
Before we get there, Grandma's gonna go, okay, if I scared him that bad, should I try going down the chimney? Was the fire going? I don't remember. Should I sneak through the window and you maybe go? I don't know how to do this because he was scared. What do you suggest? You know what? This is a great learning opportunity. How do we trap Matthias into having a lovely conversation with us?
Essence was thinking Mage Hand to grab the collar of his shirt, but I didn't
I-
know he could do that.
That
That's
won't
5
work.
pounds.
We could add a bell. We could tie a bell to him so we can hear if he tries to leave.
Well, this is when
That-
we're talking on the way.
Yes.
So
What was it,
unless
Bella?
you
Are
wanna
you
follow
walking
us.
with
Yes.
them? Or are you walking with them, or are you still in the inn?
Oh no, never mind. I'm still in the inn.
Yeah,
I'm
Goblin
just-
Slayer has you
100%
firmly on
following
his
them.
lap.
I'm 100% following them because this seems more interesting.
Ouch. Sorry, Goblin Slayer.
Nah, it's fine. I just had a meltdown. Goblin Slayer's not here anymore.
I will tell
Alrighty,
you, the
so-
next drink you take will fail.
Yeah, I know.
Alrighty, Nessa, I need you to stand in front of the door. Essence, let's go around the back and try to sneak in.
I don't remember there being.
Are we gonna tie a bell to
entrance.
Matthias? Because I really
Were
want
there
to
not
tie a bell
windows
to
back there?
Matthias.
Were the windows open? I don't know.
That the
One
windows
second,
are
let me get a good look.
lattice.
Oh, never mind.
The only way you're getting
well,
through
break
those
down the
windows is if
lattice.
you break them.
Yeah, they don't
Them
open.
break down.
I don't
the
want to break
lattice.
his shop. It's really cute, even if it's
They
so
have
bad.
shutters. So what it is, they're not glass windows.
Detached
Those are
doors.
literally just those, but with or without shutters.
I know, but Grandma still doesn't want to break his shop.
Yeah,
So
it
Grandma's
is a
not-
nice little shop.
We all put money in towards the shop,
And he
Grandma's
cozied
not
it up
gonna
a lot.
break it. Yeah. All right, Nessa. And Grandma's gonna put Nessa on her left, Essence on her right, and kind of like blocking the door so he only has one way to run out into us. And Grandma's
Essence is
just
ready to
gonna
tackle.
Grandma's just gonna open the door and
The door is
put her
locked.
head in. Okay. Well, at this
I will say the
uh,
door is locked so that you can either try to pick the lock
Nan,
and see if he
lock
gets
pick it.
out or not.
Alrighty.
You know what? X, quick question. How long has Matthias been scared of Nan's return?
Now, Matthias has not been scared of Nan's return, but he has been paranoid.
Okay.
He is right now quite a paranoid person because he almost died and it is getting to his head.
Okay. Is he paranoid about Nan specifically or just paranoid in general?
As soon as Nan smiled at him, he is paranoid towards her, but usually he is paranoid of being attacked in his shop. So if there is some back route, I would take it, but it's more like he's paranoid that someone's going to come get him. And right now, Grandma is the face of that fear.
Give me a performance check real quick, just because I need to build something off of it.
Oh,
Me or him?
X. Well, Matthias.
He's got good performance too. That's a 15 plus 4.
Okay. So in your paranoia, you have really souped up this lock.
Okay, so it's a good lock.
Yes.
I picked every single lock in the entirety of that shop over there, and I decided fuck it, and I went to the blacksmith and said, make me one that I can't pick.
You got a custom order lock from Grimgy.
And I issued it as a challenge to him. And I picked so many locks, he's like, you can have that. I'm just impressed.
Yeah, man saw that you offer him a challenge. He's like, I'll take that.
Okay. So there's a good lock. Give me a good lock.
I've set the DC for this lock.
Grandma got a nat 20.
Oh, fuck.
Plus her 6, so it's a 26.
Yeah, I was gonna set the DC for 20, so
I'll do it.
I mean, I can't reasonably set that above that. Let's be honest.
No, setting 20 was what I was thinking too. It's just like he's got a good luck.
And Grandma,
Against
she just goes
everyone's
through
luck,
with her
Grandma.
claw and just is like 1, 2, and gets it off.
Well, no, it still
Matthias-
takes you a hot minute. This is not just a simple lock. It still
I
takes
mean,
a
like
minute.
the last bit. Grandma just she pulls the tools out and just uses her nail to open it. And she leans her head and goes, Matthias, I'm not mad. I'm sorry. I found out my smiles can be scary. I'm not mad.
He's like
And Grandma's
sitting
gonna
there.
look around.
He's like sitting there on the chair, like
scary
staring
when you
at
bare
you.
your teeth, man.
He's like sitting
Grandma's
there on
gonna
the
give
chair, just staring
Nessa
at
a
you, like,
smile with her teeth
like-
that she's talking about just
Yeah,
to scare
that
her
one.
a little bit.
Yeah, that's the one, man. That's the one.
I'm not mad, Matthias. I promise. I'm not mad. I found something really funny, and our little girl has learned a new trick that she got from you, and so
Okay.
I find it hilarious.
You watch
Like, I
Matthias
was
pull the go
laughing.
bag out from behind the door and walk over, sets it on a table, and walks over and just grabs a beer out of a
I
box. and
imagine
just
the
walks
go bag
over.
was underneath your desk that you're sitting at.
Oh yeah, that'll work. Underneath the
Just-
table, like it's just like I set it on the table, walk over, grab a beer, pop it open, sit down, and go. You scared the living shit out of me with that smile.
Alrighty. Well, first off,
You guys wonder
I'm
why
sorry.
I drink.
apparently I found out my
This is
my like
creepy.
happy smile is the same as my creepy smile. And
it's very
I'm a
creepy.
cat. I can't really help it. And my grandma smiles. I like she's trying
You're
to do a sweet smile, but it's the same. She's like, I can't help it. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's
But
different.
if
It's
I was
different.
mad at you,
Okay.
would I be coming in and being like, I want to talk to you about
No, you
something?
wouldn't.
I
That
would've
is why
snapped
I'm
you.
okay now. I believe you because you're not immediately wrecking my shit as soon as you open the door without me even fucking. I told him to make a good lock. I must
But
have
it's
not
me.
done very well with
I
this.
offered to
That's
just
fair.
take it down and
That's-
spare the lock.
I
I mean,
taught
it's
you how to
mostly-
pick locks.
That's true. It's
So,
also
like-
mostly to keep other people out. I was not ready for you.
That's fair.
Otherwise, there would have been trap on door because we all know you don't check for traps.
Never.
No.
No.
But also, most of them don't set off because I'm just a skinny old lady. I did think about going through the back window. Grandma's looking out the windows, but I
Skinny.
didn't because I feel like that would have
Skinny
scared you more.
lady.
But the wood is so nice. You can't.
I
break
know
that.
that's why I didn't.
I
Oh,
think
we
it's
spent a lot of
mahogany.
money.
Whoever owned this place before the Red Brands, this is actually a pretty nice place. You just got to polish the wood a bit.
Mahogany.
All right, so
Oh,
Grandma's gonna
glad
keep a
that I
straight
didn't kick
face
down the door then.
because obviously she can't be sweet unless it's Essence. Okay, so I
Because
got a
Essence
really
likes it.
funny
Because
story
Essence is also
that we can talk about, or I can give you a present to add to your brain. Which would you like first?
A present to add to my brain. The one in the. And he
In the
just like
jar.
turns. Oh, right. I put it in formaldehyde. And he walks
Uh-huh.
over and just picks it up and
In
walks over and he's got the brain in formaldehyde in the jar and just sets. He's like, ta-da!
So I have something to go with it. It's not a complete set, unfortunately. I was told no before I could make it a complete set. But I do have something I can add to that, or we can talk about what this one. Grandma puts Essence in front of her and like kind of wraps her arm around her. What this one did.
Looks down at Essence. Is Essence smiling at him?
Essence is like embarrassed, but it's like a funny
Okay.
embarrassed, and she's just like,
It's a
I
half
got
smile.
a story to
Like-
tell you.
Yeah.
It's a half smile.
Okay. I can. Will you at least show me what it is that the other option is, or do I have to pick completely blind? Because I really.
I mean, if I show you, you're gonna know what it is, and then it's the first thing.
Oh, all right.
So you
Can I
just
do
gotta pick.
both?
But you gotta do one or the other. Come on, just
I'll
give
do-
this little old lady some joy and pick
All right,
one of her
tell
surprises
me-
for you.
Tell me the little one story.
Do you want to tell him or do you want me?
Essence
Oh,
just
no.
gets really embarrassed, turns around, and
I'm
says,
going-
nope.
So this one,
I'm going to just step outside while you tell this because I just didn't want to be involved in the first place, and I really don't.
that's fair. She didn't want to be. So
I
this one,
see.
Grandma.
As soon as he sees Nessa step out, he goes. You watch as the small amount of like darker color in his skin immediately drains out, and he goes sheet white, and he just goes,
You're not. No, I find this hilarious,
Nessa?
and it's a great learning opportunity. That one didn't want anything involved.
No, I'm
with
just gonna. I'm walking right on out, and I refuse to.
Are
be
you
here
going back
while
to
it's,
the
like-
inn, Daily?
No, I'm not going back to the inn. I'm just going outside to wait
Are
for
you
it.
going to listen in?
No, I'm not going to listen in. I'm literally going to tune this whole thing out.
So Essence, when you turn around, are you like burying your head in Grandma
Oh,
because
she's
you're
out.
embarrassed?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So
Listen,
Grandma's gonna
Essence,
hold
not
her. So this one had her first opportunity with torture. Very proud. How she went about it, and Grandma's like laughing. How she went about it is very interesting. And she has you to thank for when you were fighting the Red Brands.
Right outside this very tavern place.
Oh.
Like that's muffled because I feel like your head's like in Grandma's head. Yes.
Matthias is now giving like 1,000-yard stare, looking up at the
Roll a
rafters and going,
Constitution saving
no."
throw. Roll a Constitution saving throw, or
Does
a
he
Wisdom.
die?
No, but you might go into a panic attack. You might have some flashbacks.
That's 18. Which saving did you want me to make?
Either Wisdom or Con. It doesn't matter too much.
I mean wisdom, I guess. So that's a 19 total.
Okay, I was setting that as a DC 15 for you just going into complete shock.
Yeah,
So
no, he's not going straight into shock, but he is definitely now rethinking his choices.
yup.
So she first started with tickling the victim, trying to make them laugh and talk, which I find adorable. And then
Very
she
adorable.
decided to kiss them
Oh no.
because she saw you kiss a Red Brand when y'all were fighting in here, or at least what she had assumed it was.
My hubris.
He was getting
Friend
frisked by
ending.
Hi,
others.
hubris.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were getting frisked by the other one.
And
Because Grandma's
Essence,
like,
being
"What's this?"
innocent, thought it was romantic stuff.
Oh right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We've had this conversation, but I find it adorable. And it was a good learning opportunity. And we learned not to kiss people we're torturing because they headbutt us. Isn't
And
that
bite
right,
off your
honey?
lips.
And bite off our lips. Yes.
But
Yes.
then, so Essence turns around and says, "But then the best part happened.
Oh no.
Grandma's laughing. Go ahead, tell him. Go on.
I was about to cut off her boobs, but realized she was flat chested. and then she wanted to do some mind games and became Goblin Slayer, right? Naked.
I was
about
wearing
to cut off
underwear.
the
He
lower
was wearing
extremity.
underwear. He was
Matthias
wearing
just kind of goes,
underwear.
ooh.
Is that another con save from Matthias?
I rolled a d8. I'm
Yes.
just taking psychic damage.
Yes.
Okay, you know that's
yes, it needs
fair.
to be another con save.
I got 6 damage, so I'm down to 10.
That's
also-
fair.
Essence is explaining. I was about to go and cut off his lower extremity when the real Goblin Slayer comes in, sees what's happening, and yoinks me off and says, "Nope."
I
Nope.
suddenly have respect for the men.
Anyway, so that was the cute little story of our adventure. And, you know, it was her first time trying to torture somebody. I wasn't expecting her to go to my extremes, but I am proud that she was trying things that she's seen in the environment. And it was a very good learning opportunity, wasn't it, honey?
Yeah, and then on the way back, we had the talk of the birds, the bees, and everything in between.
Yes, I wanted to make
liked
sure I
that talk.
covered all
That
that.
was actually a very nice talk. Grandma
But
has a whole
anyway.
presentation, I say. It's good
Yeah,
presentation.
but
She had a
I
whole
don't have
medieval
my
PowerPoint.
presentation.
I don't know how she does it.
I don't have
She
it
has
here.
giant
All my
flashcards
slides.
that she has at the dojo.
I feel like they're like she scratched it in rock, and so it's a bit see through, so she can shine light through it, so it shows the shadows. And so it was like a slideshow projector.
I mean, it could just be painted glass. It's literally just like
That
painted
too.
glass for the
Yeah.
slideshows.
You could easily make a slideshow projector that way with a lantern.
It's true. It's much easier.
It's just a matter of
but I
showing the
don't have all of
slideshow
my-
on travel. That's the impressive
Yeah.
part.
She doesn't have it in her bag because she couldn't
Yeah.
figure out a way to keep the glass from breaking in her bag because
Yeah.
she keeps dropping it so hard.
Yeah. So like I can't go through all of it, but we went through the basics, and so
Did she give
I
you
thought
the
it was
flyer?
adorable. No, I don't have any flyers with me.
You don't
The
have
flyers are
flyers
back at the
with you?
dojo.
I
No,
have one
because
of the
I didn't know
flyers,
she
and
was
he
gonna
reaches
do
into
this
his-
on this trip.
He reaches into his backpack and pulls out the flyer. I have the flyer.
You need to hold on to that flyer, honey.
I love this flyer. It's my favorite flyer.
Aw, you're so sweet. Now, are you ready for your other present?
No, but yes. Might
Okay,
as well.
close your eyes and hold your hand out.
I am not going to do that.
Can you at least close your eyes and I'll set it on the table?
Fine. And he closes his eyes.
Aaron reaches in and grabs the bottle with the eyeball in it. And I feel like at this point, it's gone back to like its natural state of just being like a white eyeball completely. And she sets it on the table. All right, open your eyes.
Well,
It
it
also would
still
have
have
black
the
vein.
iris and the pupil.
No, I'm a mimic stone. It's just glass. It's like
Oh,
white
really?
glass for changelings.
Ah,
Yep.
okay.
And it would, however, have a lot of black veins and stuff coming out the back because mimic flesh
It was
is
not
black.
very professionally removed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So it's
should.
like a nasty like ball of like blood and viscera that looks very much like a changeling's eye. That you're
Grandma
putting
cleaned it off a little bit, but yeah, it's still pretty
you are
gross and
putting
cool.
on the table in front of Matthias.
Who is a changeling?
Yep,
Okay.
there you go. Okay, open your eyes.
I'm gonna roll for this. Nope. Matthias just looks down at it, looks at you, and just goes, and just falls over.
What did you?
Okay,
What did
wait,
you
wait,
roll?
wait.
What
Question.
number did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
Okay, because if you rolled high enough, you could have just been grabbed your bag and just noped out. But with
Yeah,
a 2,
no,
you're
I rolled
down.
a 2.
Wait, do I hear the thump of Matthias hitting the floor?
Yeah.
Well, you were zoning everything out, so
That's it.
roll perception with disadvantage.
Well, I just stepped outside and was tuning out their conversation.
You were tuning them out, so you were not paying attention to the noises coming from that building. You were listening to everything but that room. So if you want, you can roll perception with
Okay.
disadvantage, or you can just
I'm rolling
not.
perception. I got a 14.
Is that with the dis?
That's with a disadvantage because my second roll was a 17,
All right. With a 14, you do
which would
hear
have been a 19.
With a 14, you do hear a startling just thud out of nowhere.
You just hear thunk.
I don't even think
I
she
don't
hears the
even hear the
haha.
ha-ha.
I think she
I
just
just hear the thud.
just hears the
That's true.
thud.
Just hears the thud on the
I would
on the
like
fluid
to go back in. I would like to go back in and be like, what the fuck just
They
happened?
killed me.
I showed him the eyeball, and he was
What
fine with
the
the brain. He's seen my collection, right? You've taken it in
Brains
there
are
before,
cool.
Essence.
Brains are neat. Eyeballs are just gross.
Have you seen my collection? I swear
This
I
is
showed
Can
you
I,
my
racist.
collection.
can I go?
I just want to know that
Can I go
the
to
more
Matthias
grandma,
and try to set him up?
real quick, the more grandma says that she has a collection, the more she leans into the evil alignment. Just
That's
saying.
fine. Grandma used to be a spy for multiple countries.
Okay,
Doing
she's going full evil.
espionage.
Cool, great.
Like this was her
Spy-
past. She collected things
spy-
over the years.
A spy does not mean
Murder.
removing extremities and body parts.
Have you
Hey,
seen
are you
my
an
That's
assassin
more
rather than a
stereotype.
spy.
an assassin?
Also,
That-
Grandma
that-
was it's
Yeah.
criminal background as well. It's spy and criminal.
It's spy criminal again does not mean removing of body parts.
What kind of KGB
That's why I'm thinking
ass
she
spy
was a-
she?
That's why I'm thinking she was an assassin.
Grandma
She
She
was
was
an
not.
entirely
She was
different
not Lloyd.
background.
She was
So-
your.
So
Yes,
if you
Not Lloyd
100%.
Forger. She was your
So-
Forger.
so DSA, if you are being a spy, your specialty is blackmailer, burglar, enforcer, fence, robber, hired killer, pickpocket, or smuggler. Out of all
Yeah,
those, none of
right.
those collect body parts.
There's a
But we've
separate
talked
background.
about this throughout this campaign, how Grandma used to do some shady stuff, not just like those kind of things, but shadier
Yeah,
things.
but
Like this has
collecting
been
body
Grandma's
parts.
thing.
Yes,
Not
but
body parts, but collection of like skulls and whatnot. And
Yeah,
she's got
body
a brain.
a
Like,
skull
this
is
is-
a body part.
I know, but I'm
Not
not
like
talking
that,
about like it's not
absolutely.
fingers.
Just make the
and
collection a
whatnot.
more recent thing. Just make the collection a more recent thing. We'll be
It's
fine.
not though, because we've talked about this in previous things.
Yes, but again, but you're also talking about seeing the
Never
collection and
mind.
saying the eyeball is normal.
Yes, to Grandma, this would be something that's normal.
People
Okay.
don't
Like, we've
normally
had this
collect
conversation-
eyeballs.
You're evil.
Whatever.
Just accept it.
It just
I'm not saying that it's not like it's not an evil thing, but like this has been like this is lore at this point.
Yeah.
So this is continued on.
it's
This
yeah,
is
it's
part of
starting to-
Grandma's character, so I don't know why y'all are
We are
fighting
just
back and
saying.
forth.
We are just saying it is starting to make us uncomfortable.
That's fair, but at the same time, this wasn't something brought up before. But this has been going on for multiple
It was something we
months at this point.
specifically of.
well,
It
but
was something
again,
we
before you were
specifically avoided
collecting
because it
skulls off
makes
of
us uncomfortable.
animals.
That is the difference. That is true.
The difference was previously it was skulls off of animals, and so our assumption was, oh, you went hunting a lot as kind of like a pastime.
Yeah, we thought the collection
Now
was
it's
mostly
it's starting to
animals.
sound like you went hunting a lot as a pastime.
If it makes anyone feel any better, we could say it's part of Essence's collection of different things, and Grandma's just the one who's carried them.
That would work. Just sentient being eyeball is a bit much.
It's a little much.
But I also would like to say Gran would probably recognize that the fact that it's a teeth, an eyeball that's the same as his anatomy is probably part of what freaked him out.
So at this point,
I think
while
really
I
the-
understand
I
what
think
you're,
really the
I
thing
understand what
is-
y'all are saying. At this point, especially with us being live and everything, this is probably not the best conversation to
Yeah.
have right now. So let's just move on and keep going.
Just please stop pretending like you don't know why Matthias passed out.
I wasn't acting like I didn't know. As me as a player, I understand why. So it's fine.
I'd like to look at
Just
this
move
the
on.
fact that everyone else misunderstood what was included in Nan's collection.
Let's just move on.
Yep.
I think we broke his brain. I now that I think about it, the eyeball is a changeling's and he's a changeling, and what if they were related?
Then I'll just
I would
put it back
like
in
to
her bag
help.
and move on.
I would like to help Matthias sit up and try to wake him up.
He's out.
He keeps smelling salts around here somewhere, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna
For
search the
you
smelling salts.
specifically.
I'm gonna search for the smelling salts.
Roll investigation.
They're in the same place he always gets them. She's been through this at least once.
I don't think she's been through this yet. She hasn't stepped into your shop yet.
That's true.
The thing is he's used him on her, but she doesn't know where he keeps them in the shop.
That's fair.
That's what I'm saying. Roll investigation. See if you can find them.
Ooh, I know where they are.
Investigation. Okay. That is a straight 18.
18?
Okay.
I'd say an 18 finds it.
She'll find it. So the first thing you notice is, like, as you start going through all of his stuff, you're finding a lot of, like, different weird stuff in lots of different drawers, a lot of mushrooms, a lot of weird plants and berries and stuff, just in little jars in cupboards.
I'm not
and
touching
stuff.
mushrooms again.
Yeah, as you're looking through, and they all have very neat little labels in a. Well, what languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvish, Thieves' Cant, Undercommon, and Dwarvish.
Okay, you wouldn't speak Infernal then. So they're all written in a very cutesy lettering, but it's definitely Infernal.
And I recognize that it's Infernal.
You would it. I mean, as a paladin, maybe. That would be.
I would say that you would be able to understand that a language is a language. You just don't know how to read that language.
I don't know how to read it, but I can recognize the language.
Kind of like
my example. My example of that is I don't know how to read Russian, but I know what Russian looks like.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
okay.
just a bunch of bottles, and then you start going through. You go through some of the lower cupboards, and you just find you find some flour and like a bunch of dried vegetables and stuff, like food kind of items, and you're like looking around, you kind of peek behind the bar, and you see he's put a little bed underneath the bar. It's like a rolled up bedroll under the bar that's like a really heavy, like soft bedroll. And as you're looking around, it's not in the actual tavern until you realize, wait, he's got a bag on the table. You go over and it's in the same pocket he always kept it on the road.
Vanessa's gonna go back to Matthias, sit him up, and hold the smelling salts underneath his nose.
Okay. Yeah, that'll get it. Jeez, fucking crazy. Oh, Jesus, fucking.
Yeah, you passed out.
He looks at you and says something infernal.
You now know You now know why I noped out.
Whose eye is that?
That be the person I tried to torture. Gran took the eye before.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. Why did you torture a changeling?
Because we were trying to get information about the Black Widow spider thing.
Black spider.
Spider.
Okay. I just look. In the past, you have not been especially what's the word? You have not very much enjoyed it when I was teaching the little one certain types of things. You were also very angry at me when I took her here to the Red Brands. And in retrospect, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I was just very caught off guard that you were thinking it was just funny, and it's... Look, when you put the eye on the table, I knew I was dead. That's something, that entire scenario right there is something you do to someone you're about to torture the fuck out of. That was the most intense interrogation I've ever been a part of. And now he's going to go over to one of the cabinets and pull out a bottle. pop the cork, and just start chugging it.
Is he gonna chug it and just grab his go bag and just walk out the door?
Yep.
There's a reason we drink.
Doesn't even stop chugging it as he just walks around the table, grabs his bag, and just walks out the door.
Just pushes his way out the door.
And then as soon as he leaves the door, he steps back in and hands the book to Gran.
We better get back to Goblin
Just looks
Slayer
at her
before too
and
long.
says, I read the book, and I understand, and I am very sorry. I would not have done that to you if I had known this before. And he just hands you the book, and now he's leaving.
Grim will take the book and put it in her bag, and then just walk out back towards the inn.
I'll be back. Just lock it back up. I know you can do it. But he's out. He's out for at least the rest of the weekend.
Man had a rough Friday.
That was the
I did
scariest thing. Like, from Matthias's perspective, like, me as Matthias, I'm like, oh, this is the scariest thing. This is Grandma telling him something that normally she would be quite mad about. And she's going to kill me because she just put someone else's eyeball that looks a lot like mine on the table. Scary as hell.
All right. So, as the band here is returning, I think the members of the inn who gone about and come up to the conclusion of what needs to be done for the trip here. They've already discussed the mapping and mapping routes and how they're going to get into the cave. So, if you guys want, we can know about and everybody get some rest in and head out in the morning.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
All right. So we will jump to the. Unless anybody has any activities they wish to do during the night, we will skip to the morning.
Wait,
Unless there's cool fancy rocks on the ground, I'm good.
Play with my hawk like I usually do.
So
converse
say
with
everybody's-
Ivana, I
everybody can
suppose.
everybody can get the next level of bond to their pet, which I believe puts everybody at 7, which doesn't do anything in long term, but it does grant another bond level. It's just it's the way of progression.
Awesome.
I imagine that I found like a tiny brush somewhere along our travels, and I'm just brushing Ivana's hair, even though I can't see it in her shine.
I mean, Ivana was tugging on your armor laces earlier.
True. And they're real tight. I don't know what she's cramming.
Essence would ask Goblin Slayer to help make the like 9-tailed type thing that she's trying to make. Because
The
she did take
9-tailed
the
whip?
tail off the wolf. No, it's for my cloak.
Oh, okay. What time of the morning is it?
I would say it. Right now, you guys would probably be waking up either at 6 in the morning for the early risers or 8 for the normal risers.
Okay, Goblin Slayer's gonna have a hangover. I know that much.
Yes. You're a 1d6 minus your con.
Oh, that's not gonna be a lot. Oh, that is going to. No, that's Matthias. Stop looking at Matthias. Got 2 character sheets now. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, and there goes that d6. Wait, no, I found it. Let's try that again. It's 1 minus 1. So no hangover.
Yep, no hangover this time.
He wakes up as soon as the light peaks above the horizon. His eyes open as he's laying in bed, and he just goes, "That's new."
Dionysus has blessed you.
Cursed me, more like it, with hubris.
My hubris.
I know he's setting me up for the next time.
Before Essence forgets, she's going to make sure to feed the spider that's in the jar, because the spider needs food too.
That's fair.
You're in a jar.
Yes, I got the spider.
I like to imagine she's just catching flies and sticking them in the jar for the spider.
I'm gonna be.
All right.
Goblin Slayer
So-
gets out of bed and starts like getting ready for the day, begrudgingly, but not hungover or even all that grumpy.
I mean, he's grumpy just at life, but he's not grumpy.
He's grumpy at
from
life,
hangover.
But there's no hangover, and he's actually kind of in a good mood because he kind of let a lot of stuff out, you know. And it's the next day, so he cried himself to sleep, and then he woke up, and now he's feeling great. And
He's like, I want to be pissed, but I'm not.
He's like, I wish my life was shit, but actually that was really great. Are they right? Are hugs helpful? Is this okay?
Is that being said in your head?
Yes.
Okay.
He doesn't have the crown to detect thoughts on anymore, though.
He does. You still have the burns on your head, though,
I do have the burns in the shape of
of
I
the
mean, if you
ruins
wanna-
and the band.
I mean, if you want to give him a more insight in like he's got insight into himself now because those burns are still there, I'll take it.
Give yourself an extra +2 for any internal insights.
Okay.
Because fuck it, why not?
The man was told that he can think about his own thoughts, and suddenly his whole world has changed.
All right.
Yeah, he's gonna get up and he's gonna get breakfast for each of the other people and bring them breakfast in bed as he goes.
Okay.
With cocoa. It's like a stack of pancakes and cocoa and some bacon and eggs.
No coffee?
Coffee will work. I'll put coffee on there. I don't care.
Hot chocolate.
Does Nessa, I mean, also have to make that
I don't. But
Nessa
I
only
think I
had
had
one
one
drink and she
drink.
passed, so she didn't get
Oh,
drunk.
she
One
Nessa
drink.
didn't get drunk. Nessa didn't even feel it. She's like, "Oh, this is a nice shot. That was a good
Well,
flavor."
I mean, to be fair, she left with everybody else. I mean, if y'all want, before the actual bedtime, y'all can just have a mini drinking competition and just
Nah.
finish that bottle.
Nah, this is not the mood for that.
Gotta add Coke to
So getting meals for the remaining for everybody there is going to be 15 silver.
Oh, that's not bad. I'll take that.
3 per person.
Okay. And I bring it to them in bed. I'm gonna wake up Grandma, and well, I'm not gonna wake up Grandma. Grandma's probably already awake. How, like DSA, is Grandma already awake?
Yes, at this point she would be awake already and starting to pack for the trip.
Goblin Slayer
Nessa's
walks
still
up to
passed
her with a
out.
plate.
This has no intention of
Thank
waking
you.
up.
You're very
And
welcome.
I'll take essence from. I'll take.
And he's gonna
essence.
stop. And he's gonna stop there, and he's gonna be like, "Can I have a hug?"
Grandma's gonna look up at him questioningly.
And he just nods.
Who are you, and what have you done with Goblin Slayer?
He just
Now
looks
I
away and goes,
imagine-
"Well, I just."
Now I imagine Goblin Slayer coming to
Bella's
visit Nessa
right.
in her hometown. And
Bella's
like
right. Hugs are
Nessa's
good.
mom giving him a big old hug.
Alrighty, if you want a hug, and I will not keep it for long because I am not emotionally distressed. And Grandma will put both her and Essence plate because Essence obviously would be in the
Yeah.
same bed because they snuggle. And she reaches up and she actually stands up on the bed because she's much shorter than Goblin Slayer. And so she'll stand up on the bed and wrap her arms and wrap her tail around him to give him the best grandma hug he has ever.
He's gonna give her just big old bear hug. He's still, I mean, he's wearing his chest plate, but he doesn't have his helmet on.
Essence wants to wake up in the middle of this and look and see what's happening and be like, the changeling got out!
He lets go and just like back. It just goes. Nope. No. They're still
Grandma
in there.
just burst
checked.
into laughter. That's a good point. Are you?
No.
And Grandma, just keep in mind, Grandma's like up in your, not like up in your face, but she's like face level with you right now as she's hugging you, and she's kind of leaning back. Are you though? I
kinda,
wouldn't
like,
blame
looks
you because
like-
everybody wants grandma hugs, but are you?
He looks you right in the eyes and said, "If I was the lady in that chamber, I would have been gone already."
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, you know
Would
what?
I have-
You know what? Roll persuasion.
For all we know, she could be trying to get frisky with Grandma.
Honey,
I
I
mean-
don't think
Oh.
frisky is the right term, honey. Maybe
Okay.
trying to kill me.
Was that bad?
That
Was it bad?
That's a. Ooh.
That
That's a
is not
two
the word you're
by-
looking for.
You said persuasion,
Yep.
like as in charisma.
Yep.
That's a 1. I rolled a 2 minus 1.
Yeah, you
point. Grandma-
you very well could just be the changeling.
I'm totally the changeling.
Hang on, Grandma. I'm gonna have to roll performance here for a second. Hang on.
God.
Okay, not bad. Grandma gets a 19 on performance.
Oh dear.
As she's gonna reach up and then she's gonna kind of like turn him around to be like, she's gonna give him a hug like from back and kind of like lean her head, but instead she's gonna grab him in a chokehold and be like, okay,
Wouldn't that be a
who
grapple
are you and what
That'd
have
be
you
a
done to
grapple
Goblin
check.
Slayer?
That
Well,
would
no,
be a
performance
grapple
on
check.
her being able to get him to like that she believes him that. No,
What did you roll on that
I'm
performance?
19.
He still doesn't want another hug.
No, this is the same hug. Grandma's just gonna kind of like turn him
No,
around.
he already left. Like he stepped like a full like step away from you as soon as Essence said something.
Oh, okay.
It was very much
I
the and like dusted his hands off on his thing and just like turned away and went,
Essence
Nothing
is
to
gonna
see
say, Grandma,
here.
get him!
Okay, Grandma will then take a spring and try and jump on Goblin Slayer if she says go
Essence.
for it.
Okay.
What?
Let's just roll. Let's just
Acrobatics?
roll to see if this
And
commotion is
grapple.
I don't
waking. It
know.
wakes me up.
So for you have
Good
the
roll.
attacker has to
See
make
this commotion.
a athletics, right?
That would have to be athletics for initiating a grapple.
And then I could make either
Ellie-
athletics or acrobatics.
Yes. And daily for
Ellie,
you it
what
would
should
be
we roll to see if
perception.
this wakes up? Perception.
Okay, that's not bad for
I
Grandma.
got a
It's still
5.
bad. 13.
19 plus 7.
So what happens is
26.
Grandma lunges at you and tries to grab you.
He just catches you by your shoulders and like sits you back on the bed and walks out of the room.
Grandma's gonna look over at Essence.
Very
I think that was
gruffly.
the actual Goblin Slayer. I don't think that was the thingamajig.
Well, considering he just walked out and we're not dead, yeah, I would assume so.
I don't know. I met
got
some
a
people
5,
who
by the
played the
way.
long game.
5,
Oh, she
you're
did
sleeping
wanna
right through that,
die.
daily.
I'm sleeping right.
Maybe we
I
should
walk
check the jail.
as I'm walking by Nessa's room. She's like leans out the door, and I'm just like, "Your grandma's fucking crazy."
No. Nessa's still asleep.
Oh,
That's
Nessa's
a
still
fastly
asleep.
fucked
Never mind.
out.
Goblin
She
Slayer
was
goes
the
Nessa's
to
still
5 to
asleep.
perception.
Goblin Slayer's gonna
Nessa
go
didn't even
down,
wake up.
grab a plate for Nessa, and grab a plate. Like I imagine they're like plates on little tables that you can set on the beds for people. Like they're really simple but kind of like cozy like.
Tries.
And just
The bed
walk in
trays.
and without even waking Nessa up, I'm just gonna gently set the tray in front of her, and then walk out the room to Bella's room.
Why do you look like you've been in a fight?
I just set the tray down on the end of the bed, and just goes, I asked Grandma for a hug, and she gave me a good hug. And then Essence woke up, and now they think I'm the changeling.
Well, that's good.
I
Why-
have no idea.
Hey, why did I not want to kill those people in our first fight?
Oh no, that's a deep pull. That was months ago.
It was like almost a half
Do
a
you,
year
do
ago.
you
I feel.
actually want to try to remember that, or do you want me to give you a hint?
Give me a hint.
Not wanting to kill people in the first fight because she didn't want to disrupt the cycle.
Okay. And he just goes, something about a cycle, this, breaking the cycle, not doing this, something about a cycle. It's like a cycle, like a circle of life. And if you break the circle, life doesn't work anymore, right?
Exactly.
Okay,
A
got it.
changeling wouldn't know that. You know that.
That's true.
Keep in mind, this is in another room, and Grandma and Essence are like, okay, so he knows that I'm gonna jump it, but how do we prevent this from happening? And like that's the conversation they're having
Goblin
right
Slayer's
now.
new plan is to walk up to Grandma and go, "It's the circle of life, you know."
And then you get just jumped on by two small ass rogues.
Oh,
This is gonna
okay.
go so well.
At this point, Grandma's gonna go, Essence, maybe we should do our sneaky because we're better when we're sneaky.
Oh gosh.
And so Grandma's gonna shove down her food and she's gonna try and get sneaky in the room and hide.
Meanwhile, Goblin Slayer's like putting jam on some pancakes and like handing them over to Bella while they like sit there and eat some pancakes with jam. This is pretty good jam.
That's a 28.
At this point, Nessa's
on
probably
stealth.
finally woken up and sees the food on her.
Oh, she smells it
and
first
she's
in
like,
her
"What?"
dreams. And then she
Yes,
wakes
even
up to
better.
it.
Even better.
Does
Like,
she
wait,
realize it's a
where is it?
miracle?
I need you to roll me just a flat D20 and pick high or low.
Alright, we're going.
Pick before you roll.
Yeah, nope. I said hi and I got a 9.
Okay. When you get up the stretch, you accidentally flip your bed table.
Oh, that's so mean.
At the current moment, Essence has not had any of her food yet, by the way. Essence is sitting there thinking, how am I going to tell if that's actually him or not?
I like this.
And Grandma has connected,
this
done
point-
a psychic connection with Essence, so they can have a conversation because Grandma did get a 28 on her stealth.
Grandma's mom.
At this point, since Nessa's food's all over the bed, she's gonna clean it up and move out of the room to go get more from downstairs because she's hungry.
That'll be 3 gold for the meal for breakfast, or 3 silver for breakfast, not 3 gold.
It's like gold. You charged goblin
I meant silver. My tongue said gold. I corrected.
I like she shows up.
All
Does
I
she
got
have
is
jam
silver.
all over her?
No,
or
I
no,
cleaned myself off in the washroom before I went.
there's some stains on the bedding, but you know that's
yeah.
house house cleaning
That's their
job.
problem. That's their problem, not yours.
Much I can do about it. Go
Just
get
some
more
old lady
food.
out there scrubbing it, and she's like, "Man, I wish they would
God
stop
damn
serving
adventures.
this jam. It's fucking jam. Every
God
single time they have it,
damn
it gets into the
fucking
bed
Dave.
sheets."
And it wasn't
Okay, so
Essence
what
this
are
time.
you doing, DSA, with your 28 stealth?
Oh, Grandma is full on like hiding, ready to pounce if she sees the changeling, who is X. But at this point, she is fully convinced that it is
quote
the changeling.
unquote changeling.
Exactly.
I'm glad that everyone in this family is going paranoid.
Mhm.
Well, except Bella, who's very much like you all are very stupid.
Oh, I'm not counting Bella in this family. I'm talking like the family of rogues.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
These 3 are.
You're not the rogue.
Yeah. The
Damn.
rogues are
Memory
going.
of two.
Of course, the rogues who are sneaky are paranoid.
going
Like that just
paranoid.
adds. That makes sense.
I mean, I feel
I love
Matthias is
it.
also added to that family.
Oh no, he
Yeah,
is because he's
that's
a
what I
rogue.
meant. The rogues. Matthias is one of the rogues.
Yeah, Matthias was also a rogue.
Yeah, I don't think Essence. I think she's kind of questioning, but she hasn't fully like jumped off of conspiracy theories like the rest.
Jumped
of us.
off the deep end.
Mhm,
Essence is
exactly.
more like still at that young enough stage where everything's just imagination and like fun. She hasn't had reality
Exactly.
hit her to where she can
Oh,
be
no.
paranoid.
Mhm.
Oh no.
This is fair.
Well,
She hasn't seen
I
the
almost-
limelight yet.
she
I
hasn't
almost
tasted
think
what
that,
Bran and I tasted.
Exactly.
I'm almost thinking that Nessa is just too optimistic to be paranoid.
Also, she is a paladin, and paladin's entire thing is like, I'm not going to be paranoid. What's the point in that? If they come, I'll hit them with my sword. What's the problem?
I'll bring the hammer down.
I will hit them once, smite, and we'll be done.
All right. So after
Also,
after
paladins
breakfast,
are so cocky.
after breakfast with Bellax, are you going to go see Nan and Essence?
I am going to like be all geared up and like wait for Nessa to get up and wait for Bella to get up and ready. Like I probably heard Nessa walking down the hallway swearing,
no,
right?
wait.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. You heard a crash in the next room because, of course, they're right next to each other. You heard a crash
Maybe
in
I
the
should
next
have woken
room.
her up.
You heard a holy fuck, no my
God.
food, and then you heard
God
and then you heard
damn
some
it,
frantic
fucking
cleaning
Dave.
up.
She woke
You heard
everyone
some-
in that tavern up.
God damn son of a bitch.
frantic shuffling around as she cleans up, and then the door slams as she goes up to get more food.
Yep.
God damn son of a bitch.
Walks out.
Son of a Varga. With neck and Varga.
This was supposed to be a nice, peaceful vacation. And what is it? A whole bunch of adventurers making a whole bunch of goddamn noise. You are not picking the place next time.
That's the
Yeah,
dad in the other room.
exactly.
And Slayer just like looks over at Bella and says, "I should have woken her up, shouldn't I?"
Probably.
She sleeps like an angel, though. Have you seen her sleep? I've woken up her like twice, and she's like all over the bed.
Her covered hair is like in a halo around her head because
Yes. It's like a
She always
perfect halo.
forgets to
every
turn up.
That's a
time.
perk with being Dionysus. Like, yes, they drink and everything, but in the morning they look like nothing has happened.
And when they sleep
She's-
like an angel.
she's fucking gorgeous.
And then there's just Essence, who's just full on starfish, like all over the place. snoring
That's exactly
really
what I was
loud,
saying with
messing
Nessa.
up bed.
Like hanging over grandma sideways, and grandma like using her tail to push her into a more comfortable position so she doesn't have an elbow jabbing into her side. Yeah, 100%.
Goblin sleeps like he's in the military. Like
I mean,
takes
On
a,
his back,
no,
straight
full
like
on his back, hands folded across his stomach, and half the time he's sitting up against something instead of actually all the way on his back.
I actually prefer to sit up against something when I sleep.
Bella sleeps in like a little kitten ball.
No,
Curls up in onto herself.
I love
it's
it.
adorable. I love it.
I love
All
how
right,
we
Ax,
all
it's
have
time
our
for
own
you to
different
face your
sleep.
fears.
I'm not gonna go get him. I'm waiting for everyone to get ready and see if they're missing.
I figure when as Nessa comes back up with her new plate of food, that she'll go check on Nan. In essence,
And you'll notice that Nan is missing.
And
God
Essence
damn
is in
it!
deep in thought.
No, wait. So we're honestly we got rooms next to each other, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So Goblin Slayer and Bella can hear from the hallway. God damn it! Where did Dan go this time?
Oh no.
Were you
I-
ever able to convince Nan and Nessa that you weren't the crazy chick that they tortured?
Essence. Nessa doesn't know that this is going on.
I
Nessa
mean,
doesn't
I
torture
thought
people.
so. I mean,
I was really persuasive.
I was really persuasive. I just like explained to her that if I was the lady in the room, I would have tried to kill her in her sleep.
You
And
just sat
instead,
there
and then
you
I
just
said
stared-
sorry, go.
You just stood there and glared at her for being stupid, didn't you?
Yeah. I love how he's like saying what he thought he saw, but like Grandma didn't hear any of that, or Grandma heard it because
He
it's
said
like,
it all in his head.
walk
He thought
over.
he said it out loud, but it was all in his head.
You know, with a dirty
over to
one,
Goblin
yeah,
Slayer.
he thought he
That
said
works.
something, but it was dead air.
and it just so
Goblin
happened that
Slayer.
Grandma's reaction made sense to that sentence.
And give him a hug and just like, you're my family, you're my brother. I love you.
Am I going to
Like-
die?
You are not very smart.
I'm not very good with people.
I know this. You adopted a child.
I know.
Who already has an existing family.
And now I have to get an old retired assassin into a retirement home.
Yes.
Good luck.
Yeah,
with
I was
that.
first
That's Essence's problem. Essence is her actual granddaughter.
Yeah, but Goblin Slayer's totally the one that's going to take responsibility for it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Essence
at
is
least
just
This
your
year, her own
husband,
aging
like-
parents to worry about.
Is your
Like,
husband
does
at
not
least socially
understand
competent?
Grandma.
Is my husband what now?
Socially competent?
Oh yeah,
One of you has to be.
yeah. That's kind of yeah.
Savage.
Just yeah, that's fair. It's very fair. Yeah. He's kind of like looking up and like going, "Well, I guess I'm gonna die now." It's like, and he just kind of looks at her and be like, "Do you think she's gonna hurt me at a lot?
Probably. Just
How
do
how
what
long
I did
do you
to
think?"
you. Say
I don't know
something
how
that'll
to do
make
that.
me to know.
I don't think there's been any bonding experience between Goblin Slayer and Essence, so there's nothing there.
There's nothing between Goblin Slayer and Essence. Just a couple times where like gave her like a rock or something, but it's like
No,
not
it
a
doesn't
lot.
have to be like a bonding experience. It's just something that happened as a group long before this.
Okay.
No, this has all been
I
very
mean,
recent.
honestly,
This is all
Nessa
the- we'll see how this
has
goes.
had a bonding moment.
Well, in the last week, Nessa had a bonding moment
Goblin
for
Slayer?
sure.
Mhm. It was a very
She
great
cradled him
bonding
in her
moment.
arms.
The problem is that was Goblin Slayer's bonding moment with Grandma.
But Grandma wasn't there. What did you? Oh,
No,
you mean
the one
hug
where
that morning.
The hug
Okay.
that morning is
I'm
this
thinking
this
yours
whole
with
situation.
Nessa, and I'm like, how
Yeah.
is your experience with Nessa a bonding moment?
The
But
rest
keep
of the
in
time
mind,
they've kind
that
of been
hug-
bouncing off each other.
But keep in mind that hug also was going back of, are you the changeling? Are you?
Okay.
So does it really count as a bonding experience?
Oh wait, no, I know one that she'll remember and also hate.
I was just thinking of something.
Like,
The
okay,
Goblin Slayer can turn the
I
line
know
on Nessa.
what I'm gonna say to her, and I'm not gonna tell you because then it's not something we both know, right? Is that how that works? It's something that only like a couple people know that you trust. I mean, I trust you a lot.
Exactly. It's
Actually, you were there for
Nessa-
it too. Okay.
In the meantime, Nessa is going to walk up to Essence in the room and be like, "Do you have any idea where Nan went?"
In Essence' head, Grandma goes, don't you dare tell her a thing. I am waiting to catch the changeling.
the point is
You know-
because there's a lot of things that can take the shape of someone else to prove, but they can't take the memory.
Oh,
There are
so just-
creatures who can take the memories, but they can't also take the shape.
That's good.
Hey, so I'm gonna, as a DM, I'm gonna plant in your mind, Daily could be the changeling.
Oh God, no!
Oh no!
Is she? Did she?
Oh,
So are
this
you,
is where the
okay.
paranoia sets
Oh,
in.
no.
The only one that I know
Oh,
for
no.
sure is fine is Grandma because she's doing the mind thing.
Oh my god.
This is true.
Please let me know how Essence is going to react, because I'm going to make up some sort of bullshit from their childhood. Well, not the childhood, but from the ninja school.
So I will let you tell that to react to that however you wish.
Grandma will be the one who plants in her head, that could be the changeling now. Should I jump and attack?
No, we'll wait. We'll wait and see what happens. We'll bring everyone in, and we'll figure this out.
God, the temptation just to
Okay.
bring in just a second one of your characters out of nowhere is so high.
No, wait, Helly.
I'm not going to, but boy,
Wait,
is
no,
that
I figure,
temptation
okay,
there.
so
But
since
Helly,
Essence obviously hasn't
Matthias.
answered the question.
You just see her like looking up to her head, having a conversation. Like, you have a mental link, probably.
Essence being the slightly not paranoid, but like in thought person that she is at the moment, she's slowly going to hold her dagger in her lap in a way that makes it seem like she might be putting like jam or whatever on her pancakes or butter on her pancakes. All the while just like, I'm waiting to see who else comes in. And I'm going to tell Nessa, and I'm just going to be like, Graham went to the bathroom, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I'm waiting for Goblin Slayer and Bella to come here.
Can I roll insight?
Deception.
Yeah,
roll
roll
insight.
insight versus deception.
Come
Like
on,
to
you
roll
got this,
inside.
Essence. Can Essence have advantage? Because Grandma's going to be like, hey, say this. You can get her tricked with by saying this.
I would say no, just because it's also reading
fair
facial
enough.
expressions.
That's
Fair enough, fair
perfectly
enough.
fine. I have a 21.
Oh god. Nesta?
Well, fuck, I only got an 18.
It seems like she's telling the truth.
As much as I'd like to believe that, I feel like something's off. But I'm also, like, way too hungry to deal with that. So I'm just gonna sit with you and eat if that's okay. And she's just gonna sit down on the side of the bed next to Essence and just start eating from her tray.
Essence is just holding on to her knife at the moment. Just kind of like slightly looking around, but not focusing on anything too quickly.
Do you
I figure by the
have-
time that Nessa finishes eating, though, she's gonna start braiding her hair because her hair is probably a mess.
I'm gonna say about 5 minutes after Nessa sits down to start eating, a voice
They're
yells
not
from
coming
downstairs.
back.
A voice yells from downstairs. Adventurous, we going or not?
Common Gundren, as I've been waiting for them at the end of the stairs for like a good few minutes. It's like, fuck it, and looks at Bella. I mean, let's go. Let's go.
do you
We'll tell them
want
the
me to
others.
head out first, so like you can
Tell 'em-
actually retire?
I mean, nah, I'll retire later. Tell Gundren Grandma's in the bathroom and she's old. It takes a while. We'll go.
Okay.
I'll go figure out what's going on with Essence and them.
Alright. Bella's gonna go find Gundred and straight up be like, Grandma thinks that one of us is the
So, cool. So, question: is everyone going downstairs, or is Grandma actually staying upstairs, or is she going down while hiding?
We're waiting for Goblin Slayer
Well,
to come into the room.
As soon as Nessa finishes basically inhaling her food, I figure she's probably working on braiding her hair as she's walking out to go downstairs.
Okay, I need to know just who is all going downstairs and in what order.
I'm going back into the room. Grandma's gonna have to do this anyway, so I might as well, right?
Bella's
Okay.
heading down to Gundred and straight up going, Grandma's lost her marbles. She thinks Goblin Slayer is probably the changeling that we
So, Bella, as you go downstairs, you see 2 Gundrens.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Oh fuck. I missed last episode. Was there anything that I would know about Gundred?
Oh yeah, 'cause
Ah.
Bella
The
wasn't.
only thing you really know about him, based on what you were seeing there, is that he was obsessed with trying to find his map.
Hey, Gundred.
They just both
it was
looked
your
at you and
Didn't know
said,
you had a
"Yeah,
twin brother.
It was your
Ellie.
sister we were looking for,
Ellie.
right?
what X?"
At this point, Matthias walks in, also looking
no.
like Gundren, as a joke.
Spoiler. Even though I didn't want to say this, Matthias is one of the Gundrens.
Okay, sorry.
That was going to be the joke.
Okay, I'm sorry I ruined the joke. Next time, message me the joke so I can be in on it as Matthias.
I wanted to get you confused on the shit too.
Oh, okay. When one of them's my character, help me out here.
Fair enough. That's a remember for the future.
But that is not something either of you know. Never mind.
Yes.
Mind wipe.
You guys didn't hear any of that.
Mind wipe.
Gundren
No
on
metagaming.
the
This is
Gundren on the
meta
left
knowledge.
turns
Don't
to
you dare
Bella and
metagame.
says, "Yes."
It's your sister that we're going to go save, right?
They look at each other. No. It's my
They
asshole
both-
of a brother.
They both say no.
You told me it was your
That's-
sister.
Asshole older brother.
That she stole your journal?
Helly, can I make a deception check as Matthias to fool her?
Hey, go ahead.
This is basically me seeing how well Matthias can mimic the other guy.
Well, Gundren is also playing into the bit.
Do I get advantage?
Get advantage because they're both saying the same shit.
Okay, that's a 17. I'm gonna roll another one, see what it is, and that's an 11. So I'll take the 17, and that's 17 plus deception.
Gundren may have
Yep.
been an ass when we first met
Plus
him, but
4.
I'm warming up to him.
So that's 21 deception check here.
Okay, hey, can your insight beat a 21, Val?
Alright, let me roll. Well, I got a +5, so easily.
I mean, you still need a 15 plus, 16 plus to beat it.
And I rolled a 17.
Oh, okay.
So you can tell that left Gundren seems a little bit off.
Really fast. What ended up happening was Matthias and Gundren came in at the same time and were talking about it outside of the building.
Yes.
Just
it was
for fun.
Gundren. It was Gundren saying, "Man, that old lady pisses me off sometimes." And he goes, and Matthias goes, "I have an idea."
It really was. It really was. Gundren said, talking with Matthias, saying that old woman just really was just a pain yesterday. You want to trick him?
I'm in. Matthias went 10,000%. I've been thinking about this all night.
That was literally the whole thing. It's like Gundren's just like that old woman.
They're going to make this is a mistake that they're going to regret, but it's definitely one they would have done.
Yeah.
So,
Matthias lowers the IQ of everyone around him.
I mean, to be fair, Gundren was going to do it regardless.
Kelly, I want to body check the left one with my shield.
Oh, soft and squishy.
Hey, it rolled a hit. The melee strength-based attack.
Does a 19 hit?
A
Yeah.
19 would hit.
I have an AC of 13. Yes, it hits. And I'm not taking the dodge action, so yes, it hits.
This is so
So-
funny.
I would suggest that you stop trying to trick us before either I or one of my friends here gets really upset.
Matthias
The-
turns back
right-
into
the-
himself.
The right Gundren is like, all right, just sour sport, and Matthias changes back to normal.
Hi, Matthias. Do you need healing?
I can't feel my left rib. And like he kind of like pulls the
Vanessa-
outfit that he got from Gundren like to the side, like pulls the buttons open to the side,
Vanessa-
and you can see he's
Vanessa
starting to
be
bleed
pulling
out of
down.
his previous wound again.
Because like, can Nessa be coming down as he's changing back and groaning and just laugh and say, "Hey, Serge, you're right."
I mean, you can.
I'll admit, not my best idea. I imagine at this point Gundren's laughing his ass off, though.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Bella's
He-
gonna.
He's laughing and he gives Matthias just a bag of gold.
He'll take
okay,
it.
is Matthias actually injured?
No, I mean, I assume if you hit me with that shield check, it would do damage.
It would do
I
a
also know he
D4
was
plus your
struggling-
strength mod.
Okay.
He also was struggling to change back and forth. Has that gone away, or
I mean, he still struggled with it. He managed to do it, but he's still not
He managed
fluent.
it this
Gotcha.
time. The DM allowed me to do it this time, but it does hurt a lot for him to do it, and there are consequences for it.
That's a 3.
3 points
So he took
damage?
3 damage.
That's okay. Helly, how much damage do you want me to take for shape changing?
Let me roll a dice. That's a 4. So you took 7 damage in total.
Do you need healing?
Yeah, thank you.
Alright. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at first level on him.
You goddamn glass cannon.
Thank you. Hey, it's all I'm good at.
Nessa's gonna walk over and she's gonna pat him. Not too hard, but just hard enough on the shoulder.
Well,
Matthias
that's
is
10 points of healing, so he's fine.
And Matthias just kind of like rubs his chest. Is like, oh, that's much better. You hit like an entire carriage.
Thank you. Slayer
You're
has been training me.
Oh,
and then
it's a
my
big
daddy
guy?
trained me before I left.
Oh, wow. 2 very strong men. No wonder you hit like an entire carriage.
Yeah,
Oh.
my daddy was a soldier.
Kind of like gets up. He's like, all right. So, what was Grandma's losing her marbles again?
and at this point you hear Grandma go as she jumps on Goblin Slayer as he walks into the room to see
Okay.
what's going on with Grandma.
Do I get a saving throw, Ellie? Or is this just a contest here?
I mean, I think you'd have to do perception and hit my what did I get?
Yeah, you have to hit. You'd have to
28?
do perception to hit the
Yeah.
28, which I don't think
Nah.
you're hitting.
I don't think I can. What's my No, I physically cannot.
So now the question is: are you trying to pin or are you going to stab?
I'm not going to do either. I'm just trying to grab onto him
Grapple.
and give essence
Okay.
She's
and
grappling.
a chance.
Okay,
My
so
perception's a +3.
it's a grapple check then. So your athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, okay.
Can it be
I
with
would
advantage?
say-
Sneak attack?
I'm gonna
Give me
say,
the
but
advantage.
because it is a jump attack out of the blue, I'm giving DSA advantage.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 17 on that one. Okay, 17. Just 17 flat. Grandma adds 0 to her strength.
Well, that's a 15 plus 7. So 22. As Grandma just jumps on him, he literally like reaches over the back of his neck, grabs her by the scruff of the head all over his shoulder, and just drops her right onto the floor. And
As she
I'm going
goes-
to pin her. I'm now going to pin her.
Okay, now it's the reverse. Athletics versus athletics/acrobatics.
Ugh. You can use acrobatics this time, Grandma.
Mhm, that's what I'm using. 18 plus 6. So 24?
Yeah, I rolled a 2 plus 7, so
Oh. So
Grandma just full on, she kind of sits there, notice you're about to pin her, and she rolls out of the way.
just full like back rolls out of it.
Uh-huh.
I go to catch
And
you and
Nessa
just
face
I
palms
completely
watching
miss
all
and I
of
just
this.
look up and I just
This is
stand up.
downstairs.
No, this is upstairs. I'm walking in the
No,
door.
Oh,
Nessa's
no, then never mind.
downstairs.
This is
Nessa's
upstairs.
downstairs, Yeah, this is
Ah,
upstairs.
never mind then. I thought they were doing this downstairs as Goblin Slayer got down here.
Now, Essence is definitely watching all of this.
Essence is amused. She's like
Get him,
watching
Doppelganger.
the
He's
the
just gonna
stuff going on.
Goblin Slayer's just gonna say, "Get over here, you ghost finding fucking old lady!" And just gonna like and just gonna try and grab her again.
As he's coming towards her, can Grandma bolt the other direction? Because with that roll, she would have gotten some distance, especially if
Yeah,
he's trying
sure.
to pin her on the ground.
Can I send Ivana upstairs to check on them?
I mean,
S.
You're still laughing your
Upstairs
ass
to
off,
check on
Nessa.
them?
you're still laughing at the Matthias Grimgi shebang.
And got his
So
ass
in
handed to him.
response to Matthias, Bella's just gonna look. Was Grandma ever sane? I never got the feeling she was.
She was
No.
she was on this
No.
side of sane before this whole adventure, but I think that dragon got to her, and me leaving the troop definitely got. I think she's having a very bad month.
Very
She's
bad.
always been a little bit batshit. She's just
Yeah,
even
I
more
feel like
batshit.
this was
Um,
the over the edge kind of thing, like last straw.
I don't think I've ever known her to be sane. She kind of scares me a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yes, she can be scary. Let's go. Is she using her marbles upstairs? At this point, you guys all hear Goblin Slayer shouting.
Get over here,
The
you
ghost one.
sneaky bitch!
No, he literally shouts, "Get over here, you ghost-seeing old lady!"
No, you can't get me, you changeling!
At this
I am
point-
not a changeling.
At this point,
What
Essence,
is
At this point, I will send Ivana upstairs to check on them.
Yes,
Essence
this-
now.
That how
Warning,
simple
depending
it
on how
is.
rough it gets upstairs, Ivana might get caught as collateral.
at this
And-
point, Essence realized one thing that could make Goblin Slayer say he was himself. So she says, "Grandma, pause really fast."
And at this point, Grandma is like on the bed behind Essence, ready to pounce again and get away from him.
Goblin Slayer
she's
is in
gonna wait.
full grappling pose, and just is waiting, frozen, just watching Grandma. And then he turns his attention to you, Essence, and just goes, "Okay."
What did you almost do when I woke you up the first time when you were dead asleep?
Look,
And
I'm
I
sorry.
jumped on you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stab you. I mean, I did mean to stab you. I didn't know you were. I thought you were a goblin.
Was it you stabbed me or was it you threw me?
No, you got stabbed.
You
I
got stabbed.
Yeah,
You
no,
got
he
stabbed
didn't stab you.
real good.
I thought I got thrown and hit a wall or something.
No,
you
you
got
got
stabbed
stabbed
and thrown.
real good.
No, he
It
grabbed
hurts.
he grabbed his sword. He grabbed his sword and swung at you.
In either case, we now have a connecting point. It's him. We're good. We can go now. And Essence
Are you
gets up,
sure?
grabs her food, and just starts eating,
Thank
walking
you.
out.
Thank you. We got a job to do.
As Grandma's in like her crouching position, where she was totally using the child as a shield, and she's not hiding that fact. She stands up, bummer, and Grandma bounces off on the bed onto the floor and then walks downstairs, totally ignoring what just happened, just heading downstairs.
What the fuck?
The
And
cats
he's just
are
like-
crazy.
Playing
He's
bad
just
shit
like-
characters, don't you, DSA?
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, this is my second campaign ever, and the first one, my character was not batshit crazy, but it is fun.
Goblin Slayer puts his helmet on and just says, "Please, I just hope she doesn't stab me in my sleep later." As he just walks out the door with his adventure,
Wouldn't
like
be
his
the
full gear is
first
still
time.
on him this whole time, and he just leaves.
As Grandma's going down the stairs, he's not a changeling, and she keeps walking down, and is out the door ready to go on the adventure.
Matthias watches her go and turns to turns to Ness and is like, Is she going racist? Because there's the tiefling eye. Is this something we should have known about? 'Cause now I'm concerned.
Dementia.
I mean, to be fair, if she was going racist, I don't think she would like me very. Most
That's-
racists don't.
That's very true. Okay, I'm just going to say we need to get her someone from the village to figure this out. I'll send a letter.
You could see if the matron will, put her to work and
Do you know
keep her away
restoration?
from the public.
You could use restoration magic. Maybe that would help.
Oh, I was thinking more a retirement home.
Ooh, I know a great place with plenty of rabbits for her to
Es-
kill.
Essence is just hearing about the retirement home, and she's like, "No, my grandma," and just like runs back and like hugs grandma's tail as she walks with her.
Oh, honey, what happened?
Mine.
Yes, and you are mine. And Grandma kisses her on the forehead.
Matthias just watches that out the doors and just like Goblin
You
Slayer
and
walks
her
by, like grumpily is like walking by. Was having a good morning.
So all of you are
We were
leaving
all
the inn at
having
this
a good
point, right?
morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you guys are leaving the inn, Sister Gale steps out of her hut here and calls for you.
Goblin Slayer like stops, sighs, takes a deep breath, and then starts walking towards her. Yes.
Hi, I've got those items you wanted me to investigate for you.
Oh, thank you so much. Good news. Good news today. Good. Fantastic.
Rough morning.
Looks over at Grandma, looks back and just
Man
goes,
thought we were all changelings.
yeah.
Grandma looked and goes, no, and she's talking, no, I did not. He said some shady shit, and it made me question it, okay?
No. Realistically, Essence was the one who thought Goblin Slayer was the changeling.
This is true. It was Essence who fucking
Don't blame Grandma.
in Grandma's head.
I love the idea of Essence going, no, it was my idea. It was my idea.
It's my
I'm the one
fault
to
that
blame.
Gran kind of lost it. It's me.
I raised my hand. I'm the one who called
It's
for chaos this
me.
morning.
Hi, I'm the problem. It's
It's
me.
me.
Goblin Slayer just looks at you for a little bit longer and just looks back at her and says, and just gestures to them with his hands. This has been my morning.
Hi.
I got them breakfast and everything.
Oh, thanks.
Wow.
by
Oh,
the way.
thank you for that. I
So-
accidentally threw it all over the bed.
It's-
By more, but thank you.
Oh,
Mhm.
I'll wake you up next time. I was talking to Bella, and basically we figured out that I should have woken you up. I'll wake you up next time.
It seems like I'm the only one who thinks fast.
I think before I act sometimes, usually in battle.
Bella, I agree. You are the smartest of this party.
I'll go with that one. That's true.
That's a low bar.
As he turns back to what's her name and
Low
realizes
bar.
she's
Sister
been
Gale.
listening to Sister Gale. What is Sister Gale's reaction to this? Is it adventurers, or is it adventurers?
Thank you, Sister Gale,
It's the
for
second.
giving us this right child.
Adventurers.
Adventurers. Reminds me why I'm not one
Loves-
anymore.
And then
Bella's
she's
just
probably
gonna look up,
questioning
"Sister
allowing
Gale
Bella with
loves
us.
Oh yeah. Regret.
Uh-uh.
At which point he just goes, "Okay, so walk me through it. What do we got here? What did we find out? And how much do I owe you? Wait, did I already paid you, right?
I did this free of charge for you. You gave me some time to
You
do it, and you
are-
gave me some time to expand my knowledge.
You are a gift from whatever gods there are. You are amazing.
Some could say luck shine down upon you today.
You're great. So what do we got here?
She pulls out just a small wooden box of all of the things that you gave her. One of them being a frog statue that she hasn't quite figured out what it is yet.
Oh.
There is a puzzle cube that, when used with Detect Magic, will go about and show what type of magic. It goes about and shows different types of magics being used. It's more of a training toy.
I just like Goblin Slayer just looks at it, looks over at Essence, and then puts it in his pockets. Alright.
Essence, who his
doesn't
mind is
cast
still on
magic.
the whole thing, was like, "What's that?"
Essence does cast magic because she's an arcane trickster.
It does not
He
know
just-
Detect Magic, though.
He just pulls it out of his
Oh.
pocket and hands it to her, and then hands her the little
know
piece of paper that came with it.
The ring is a ring of protection.
I'll take that.
Does it protect itself or the user? We've
This
had
is actually-
experiences where it does the other.
This is an actual ring of protection.
That's my second attunement slot. I will take that.
That is an
Can't have
extra
anything
plus
attuned
1.
to me.
I'm at 22, fellas.
An extra plus 1 AC and saving throws.
Ooh.
The scroll is a scroll of darkness.
Sec. Darkness, you said?
Yep. There's
And what level is that?
that is a
Because-
second level.
Okay.
There is an animated jade statue, which you before X said you knew what it did. I don't know fully.
What's the statue? What is the figure of the statue?
I believe it was a frog.
Oh, so that is the frog statue that I gave her.
Possibly. Again, this was a few weeks ago. I have slept since then.
Oh, wait, is that the vampiric one or the animated one?
Animated.
The animated one turns into a frog. You speak the command word and it turns into a frog. A giant frog, I think.
Okay. Fortunately, I don't know what its command word is.
She would be able to get that apart with identify.
Oh, well, I'll find out what that command word is for you later.
You can just tell me a command word. It's literally any
Pickle
word.
juice.
You can also just say Goblin Slayer knows the command word, and then I'll make it up on the spot as a joke.
There you go. Goblin Slayer knows the command word. And then the last item looks to be an artificer's first magic item, a magical compass that points to magical items, but it's pointing to itself.
So it's
It
just
got
spinning in a circle.
dropped a couple too many times and it never worked the same after.
It's just spinning in a circle.
Seems an artificer was trying to find a way of finding magic items. Unfortunately,
work.
it only knew how to find the closest magic item.
Yeah. He forgot
Which is itself.
he forgot to make itself an exception in the coding. It's a very rookie mistake.
Indeed. Indeed.
Low level wizards do it all the time. Don't worry about it. And that's everything, because that was a lot.
You handed her
Is
a
there-
lot of things. But that is
there any
everything.
more? Is there any more? Wait, there's more's coming. Okay, that's everything.
But
I'm
wait,
gonna hand-
Billy Mays
Wait.
here.
I hand the puzzle cube, which shows magic based on magic being used on it.
Billy
so it
Mays
lets you
here.
train for magic.
Billy Mays here.
I hand it to Essence. It's probably like some sort of spell focus or something. I give the jade statue to Bella, and then I hand the scroll of darkness to Grandma, and I say, "I'm gonna regret this, but scroll of darkness, cast darkness spell. Have fun."
Grandma's gonna grab it and go. It looks at Essence because that's who she would have gone to because she doesn't have magic. And she's like,
Oh, it's a
Maybe when you're
scroll, so
older.
you can. It allows you to cast the spell regardless of being a magic user.
Basically, it burns the scroll and casts
Yeah.
the spell.
fine.
Yeah,
Was
it's,
there
Grandma still looks at
making them
Essence
for
and
the
goes,
non-casters
maybe a
all.
graduation gift, and puts it in her bag.
that's a good graduation gift. That's a second level spell.
Thank
And
you.
then I hold up the compass and I look at Nessa and I turn to Bella. I'm like, "You're very welcome." And then go over to Nessa and be like, "Do you want this? It feels like your vibe, but I'm not sure if it's very useful."
Wait, what are you handing to Nessa?
This is a compass that points at itself.
It may be good for
Dad-
some inner reflection. Just saying.
I'm gonna say my
I'm
dad will
giving-
get a kick out of this. He likes magic items.
Or
Cool,
when
he'll
she's
love
drunk,
this weird
it
one.
spins and she can
Okay,
spin
just
it.
saying that, like, in reality, that sounds like a super cool meditation item where
It totally
there-
does.
That's that's what
Watch it.
Grandma was hinting at.
That's like a monk's item. Like you would find that in a monk's house, and you're like, "What is it?" And he just says, "When I meditate upon it, I can think only of myself." And and everyone's like, "Wow, that was deep." And he's like, "No, literally, it points at itself. It's so fun."
And then
Also,
seriously,
who has the puzzle cube at the moment? Essence.
Essence has the puzzle cube.
So to give an idea of what this puzzle cube does, because I had to refine the exact verbiage because they thought I had it saved, but this was weeks ago.
You've slept since then.
It does. This device radiates strong magic. The purpose is its purpose is to radiate strong magic. It changes the nature of the magic it radiates every hour. It's actually just an antique training device. It does. To help measure the success with up which coming casters are at casting detect magic. It does nothing else.
Still, could help you learn detect magic, probably.
I mean, it doesn't
I
help
think it
teach
just
it,
helps
but
you identify. It helps you identify types of magic.
yes,
At the
it helps
very
you-
least, you can learn
no,
something from it.
Well, no, you use detect magic on it, and it helps you learn the differences between evocation, divination, abjuration.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
That's a good trinket to have for a first level adventurer or like an old artificer that, I don't know, has an obsession with maps.
It's the map. It's the map. It's the map. It's the map.
That's his entire personality. Thank you.
Can you find the red barn?
Can you find the mine of Foundelver? Okay,
you
so
find
is
Grandma's marbles?
no, you can't. They're lost. They're lost forever. So at this point, Goblin Slayer's gonna walk over to Gundren and say, "Okay, I think we're ready."
All right, let's head on out, and then.
Wait,
you
does
guys-
that make if Essence is Dora, does that make Nessa Boots?
Yes.
And I feel like Grandma every once in a while at that point is swiper no swiping. Or back. No, Grandma's backpack.
Grandma would be backpack.
Grandma's backpack.
Grandma's backpack. Backpack. Yeah.
So, you guys make your way through the town, actually leaving through the woods to the east.
Oh, so we can't bring the cart. Oh well.
I mean, you guys are
Wait,
going to
can
be.
we bring the cart?
I mean, you could, but you're also going to be scaling through mountains and other rough terrain.
Okay, I'm gonna leave my horse behind it as well, with the nice lady, and say, "This is my horse. He's a good boy, and he's going to be a good boy for you." As I look at the horse, and the horse kind of just looks at me and just begrudgingly nods his head. I'm like, "Good." He
And Grandma
likes
would have
apple.
put
And I will be
Fenwick-
back for him, and I will give you. I'll pay for however long it takes for me to get back. If I never come back, he's a good boy. I promise. And he just walks away.
Okay,
Grandma takes
so-
Fenwick, who is her Cabra Barber, and just sets it in Matthias's lap and walks off.
So you guys
What'd
can
you say,
travel
Matthias?
24 miles in a day. The mine is only 10 miles.
Okay, so it's an afternoon.
It's I'd say 4 hours.
Yeah, we get there mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon.
We had a bunch of shenanigans.
Where then?
We get there just in time for a late lunch.
Yeah. So it is about 11 o'clock, which is typically about the time that we end.
Can you take me there?
I'm summoning players to this board
There we
now.
go.
I had to remember
Yay.
what sub menu that was under.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh,
Boost up
I'm
the
way below.
exposure a little bit, make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. But this area, once you get into the caves, which I think I need to give you access to these characters still. Yeah.
wow, spooky stuff. There we go.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
Spooky, scary skeletons. Shivers
Mhm,
down your
mhm.
spine. Creepy skulls and sounds of bones.
Okay, you should have access to everybody here, X. You want to try?
Yep, I got everyone.
All right. So you guys are entering into the cave from here. And we'll get you into this first zone, which is more or less the introductory. The lighting here is in darkness. It is not dim light, so if you do not have dark vision, you will need some form of light.
Goblin Slayer's gonna pull out his lantern.
Do we have torches?
I understand you have torches. You gotta use them.
Yeah, I'm pulling out my lantern.
I play it out.
okay.
I'm not
Everyone
sure
has
if I
60
have torches,
feet.
but I figure someone coming with us has torches.
Grandma
Torches
has
are
60
typically
Oh, you
part
do
of
have
your
torches.
adventuring kit.
Never mind, I do have torches. I'm allowed a torch.
Okay.
I'm an elf.
so-
I'm good.
And we'll give this quick little excerpt for the cave entrance to this cave. Let you explore around this area a little bit, and we will end it after that. The entrance tunnel leads to a large cavern supported by natural pillars of rock containing 3 stalagmites. The western part of the cave, behind a column, is rock, has 3 bedrolls and a heap of ordinary supplies. Sacks of flour, bags of salt, casks of salted mead, lanterns, flasks of lamp oil, pickaxes, shovels, and other gear. Amid the supplies, you see the body of a minor dwarf, dead for at least a week. The northeast section of this cavern has collapsed, forming a 10-foot wide, 20-foot deep pit. A sturdy hemp rope is tied off to a nearby stalagmite and dangles down the side of the pit, at the bottom of which is a rough-hewn tunnel leading northwest and east.
As soon as I see the body, I'm gonna walk over, roll him onto his back, and is he who I think it is? I would recognize him because I know his brother.
This is... Let me actually find his name here real quick. The dead dwarf is Thornton, Gordon's brother.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Fucking asshole.
There is still another... there was 2 brothers that were sent here.
What's the other brother that was sent here?
The other brother is Nandrew.
Where the fuck is Nandrew?
He ain't here.
Hope he's
Goblin
still
Slayer's
fucking
gonna
alive.
look at the party. Goblin Slayer's gonna look over the party. Well, he's got one less brother now. That's gonna suck.
Yeah, and he liked both of his brothers.
Yeah, they're cool. They were, I mean, they would never forgive me if I didn't call them assholes, but they were good folk. Paid
I
well.
will say, since you were investigating Thardrin's body, you did notice something, some form of glimmer off of his boots.
I check them.
They are a magical boot, but you do not know what type of magic it is.
Oh, I'm not taking those boots off. They're magic, though. Feels bad to take them from him. Is Gundren with us? Isn't Gundren with us?
Gundren's there.
Gundren came with us.
I didn't see.
I
It's
like
just
to
our
imagine
party
he
in
has
here,
to
so I
see-
thought it was just us.
Because I did not add him because I am
How
terrible.
is he reacting?
It's
to the
just he
fact
had.
that we found-
Yeah, how is he reacting to me finding the body of his brother? I assume we're going ahead of him,
Yeah.
but
Hey, you guys are the muscle.
I'm gonna look at Nessa in a way that says maybe don't let him see this yet. Give him a sec. I just kind of look at him like, go, give him a minute. I'm gonna check this and then we'll bring him in.
Getting body blocked at the cave entrance.
I like the idea. Is like, what's going on? What'd you find?
Essence is showing him her
no,
spider.
just wait right here. Yes, look at the adorable one's little spider.
I'm gonna pull. Is there any like identifying piece of jewelry on him?
No.
Something that I could take to his brother to identify him.
I'd say he probably has some form of just
It's his
family
boots,
necklace.
isn't it? It's his boots, isn't it?
I mean, you could take him as boots. I'm sure he also.
I'm gonna
It
take
doesn't
the
say that he
necklace.
has one, but I'm gonna assume that all of the
The brothers have like a.
the families have like a clan necklace.
I get the clan emblem off of him, and I walk back. I'm like, boss. He didn't make it, and I just hand him the emblem.
Which one was it? I sent both of them here. Are they both back there?
What was the name of the one on the ground there? Was Thordrin?
Thordrin.
Thordrin didn't make it. We'll find if he is alive, we'll find him and we'll get him out of here. If he's not alive, then we'll find him and we'll get him out of here. Either way, we'll find him and get him out of here.
Well, let me get Thordrin. Give him a burial here.
In stone?
He's like a true dwarf.
I'll help with that. He was my friend too.
He's gonna walk up to Thordrin. Gonna ask him any of you guys want these boots of striding? Thordrin won't be needing them where he's going.
Ooh.
What do
boots
they
of striding.
do?
That would be good for. They let you. Is it leaping and striding or just striding?
Striding and springing.
Springing. Okay, striding and springing. So basically, they let you do long jumps and high jumps.
I will give you the since Gundren is here. I will give you just the information because he knows about it. While you wear these boots, your walking speed becomes 30 feet. If your walking speed is higher, your speed is not reduced. You are not encumbered by wearing heavy armor. In addition, you can jump to 3 times your normal distance, but you cannot jump further than your remaining movement will allow.
Which
So
means
he
strength
has-
characters can now jump like 15 feet. Like, I could jump 15 feet with these on.
And who has the shortest speed?
Not all of us have a full movement speed, so it wouldn't change our movement
Yeah.
speed, I don't think. Because none of us are halflings
Or dwarfs.
or dwarves.
Dwarves also get a movement speed of 25.
Which it makes a lot of sense for him to have them on. I
Yeah.
like to imagine Gundren also has a pair. Come a
Yeah.
standard issue.
Every dwarf gets a pair when they're born.
I like they all get a pair when they cut the first of ore out of the rock.
You get a pair when you get your first pickaxe.
Yeah,
Aw.
pickaxe, that, and a helmet.
Dwarven lore right there.
So we back in the mine.
So Goblin Slayer's gonna be like, I mean, that would be
Creeper.
really good for some of
Mine.
our less mobile units.
I mean, most of us are pretty mobile when it comes to movement.
I mean, we could be more mobile.
Probably one of y'all with armor because it says it doesn't hinder y'all. And
We
I
could
can
give it to-
crawl.
Grandma. Then she
I
could
can
jump
climb.
and well, yeah, but then you could jump and climb. This is a straight flat boost to your jumping. 3 times your jumping distance.
3 times jumping boost distance, but cannot jump further than your remaining movement.
Yeah, exactly. But it gets you places you normally couldn't get to very easily.
But I can get to most of them because of my climbing.
That's true. So again, why don't we give them to like Nessa or Bella?
That's what I was saying. Somebody with the armor.
Nessa, Bella, which one do you guys want them? I'm already maxed out on magic items. I'm good.
While you guys are having this conversation, Gundren just tossed the shoes on the ground behind it and is just carrying his brother out of the cave.
Why would he do that?
I
He would
imagine
properly
this-
bury him in stone.
I mean, he's gonna bury him up on the surface in the stone.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I
What do
imagine
they do
that
again?
Nessa's just not getting involved, and she's gonna move to help him.
I
pull his
just
brother
pick
out.
up. I just pick up the boots, hand them to Bella, and go. I'm gonna go help him. Nessa and I carry him out. Try and convince Gundren. I'm gonna try and convince Gundren to let us carry him
Yeah,
out on our
same.
shields.
Same.
Roxy had me distracted. What did the boots do again?
Well,
You essentially, for the purposes of you can jump 3 times your normal jump distance, as long as it doesn't exceed your remaining movement.
Does me no good. So I won't put them on. I
It lets
don't.
you jump. It's great.
I mean, you can also just hold on to them for now and divvy them up later.
Or
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
sure.
hold on to
I'll be
them.
right back. I need to grab a drink.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna have this end here. You guys are gonna go help Gundred, Barry Tharden up on the mountainside.
We bring Thordrin out on our shields, and Gundren cuts a hole in the rock, and we put Thordrin in, and we put a big old boulder,
Okay.
like a big old cut rock, over top of him.
I thought burying in stone was we can just basically like pile stones around him.
Maybe for you, dwarfs do things differently.
Dude's got like a full-on, like very simple, but it's like a literal in stone burial.
Yes. He uses a pickaxe to dig out a hole in stone, like people would do with a shovel in dirt.
Gundren's like a master dwarf. Like, he's got all this down. Dude does it in like 40 minutes tops, especially since it helps him get all his anger out for losing his brother.
He does not accept any help in digging the hole.
I don't have a pickaxe, so I wouldn't be able to help anyway.
He wouldn't let you help anyway.
Yeah.
I can move rocks out of the way.
Yeah. The only time we help him is when he needs help with a big heavy rock. And we don't say a word.
But the whole time, Essence is holding back Broccoli from going and getting the tiny rocks.
Oh, shit.
Alright. But we are at about our typical ending time here, so I think we will continue this back up with the party returning back into the entrance to the Wave Echo Cave. And we will start this adventure next week.
Kill them all.
Before we go, will everyone hydrate, please?
No, I refuse.
Got it.
Alright, so thank you guys all for tuning in, as always. And we will see you all next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Farewell, ladies and gentle nerds.
Bye.
Toodaloo.
My Dionysus bless you.